Okay, and the meat and potatoes of part 2. Right, that sound will catch up very shortly. Well, I knew a Czech girl, so I learned uzbozo or uzbutzo. I don't know how to pronounce things in Czech. Don't know if I spelt it right. What does uzbozo then mean then, Stu? So those of you who don't know this game, Pillars of Eternity 1 was the very first thing I ever streamed on my first ever live stream on a Sunday. And this is the sequel. It's a CRPG, a real classic role-playing game with a party and stats and spells, very sort of D&D and stuff like that. I don't know how far in we are. It's a totally blind playthrough. It's about, on the main quest, I don't think we're too far in. We did most of this region, Hasongo, which is part of the main story 3 weeks ago when we last did Story Sunday. And we just got the remainder left to do of clearing out the region. Now, normally, the combat system works with pause-based real-time combat. However, having done nearly 200 hours of a blind playthrough of Pillars of Eternity 1, of pause-based real-time combat, if you're familiar with Baldur's Gate and things like that, it's that kind of system. Let's go into stealth mode.
Keep an eye out.
I decided to switch things up because in Pillars 2 they made 2 versions of the game. The pause-based real-time, as I've described, and a turn-based version that works a lot more like Divinity Original Sin 2. And when you're doing to do a 100% playthrough of the first game, just playing it yourself at your own speed, I think that's takes about 80 hours plus. And when you're streaming it live for the first time, apparently I'm already fully loaded on shot. When you're streaming it live and doing all the dialogue live and all the lore and everything, it took me the better part of 200, especially trying to go for 100% very first time. Okay, so that can't be crossed. I could at this point get to the tower, which we're trying to get to easily with the areas I've already cleared out, but I kind of want to get more fights and more XP. Is it as good as the first game? So far it's easily as solid. It's got a lot of changes and new things and so on, and improvements and that. There's some bits I'm a bit sort of we'll see how it works and that, but
they'll never know I'm here.
That's it. I think here we blasted a bunch of dead guys, but yeah, Pillars 1. If you're a lore head, if you like your RPGs and you like them fully, I am not the kind of person who skips quest dialogue. This is new to me, so I will not be doing, okay, yeah, and just flicking through and not following what the story is. It's new for me as well. I read all the dialogue that's not voice acted. I'll do the weapon descriptions, the whole shebang. I'll narrate it properly. Exclamation mark hunt. So if you are a fantasy lore, L-O-R-E fan, well, you're in the right place. That one voice sounded kind of like Solid Snake. Oh, Edér's voice, yeah. Certain voice actors.
The shadow comes to muddy the light.
Oh dear, we've been spotted. Almost. Right, there's some more Naga, those snake warrior people up on that raised area. Right, so this is currently blocked off. Perhaps it is better to come in the top. Or we could just get into a fight. I reckon if we fast forward, if we cheese it to here, because they're up there. We don't have the stealthiest party ever, I'm not going to lie. We can go in here as well. Drop a little quick save. Let's see what else we can see around here. Because last time we walked past a bunch of roofs, there were ambushes and all kinds of funky things happening. Alright, so we can take the stairs there. Anything else we're missing? Not so much. I want to get into this room. Fuck it. We're just going to cheese it with the stealth. So we'll probably get spotted by these bellends. Unless we're really quick. Oh, we got in. We got in without being spotted. Send me a postal address. I've got something you'll like lore-wise. Okay, Stu, drop me a PM. Just drop me a private message on Discord to remind me of that. Oh, I can turn the volume up a little bit again now in my own ears. That's better. Oh, new map discovered. Fleet Master's office. Now, this is the area we're supposed to potentially sneak around to, but sod it. We've done it our way. What's on the table? A fine pistol. Meh. And a letter from Lathan. This letter is written in a small, meticulous hand. Cool. You know I've never been one for superstition, but I'm telling you, there's something to these dreams. Couldn't tell you what they mean, only that they wake me 3 times a night. All of us working your farms, pious Ethosians to a man, are having them too. I've no mind to tell you how to run your fort, but I've got to look after my brethren here. We left homes and families back in Raid Ceres, and now we're seeing strange things and labouring next to a duke's ransom in black powder. Or did you reckon a dumb hick like me wouldn't notice? So for context, there were some refugees. This base, Hasongo, is owned by the Royal Deadfire Company, which are part of the main Alma Empire, which is a race of a bigger race of humanoids, and the regional Alma are sort of the island Alma are. Oh, what's this? Kaz. The dog watches as you approach, his ears forward and his head cocked. So yeah, just we have Island Alma, who are sort of natives, and the Royal Deadfire Company, who are with the main Alma, or whatever that, Juana. Yeah, you got the Juana is there. Anyway, never mind. I'm not trying to remember all the lore off the top of my head. As we encounter it, more of it, I'll explain it as we go. Oh, sorry, Stu, if you want to know that. Yeah, as I've said before, a lot of the commands are councillor level only, which is moderator. But yeah, no, sorry, when I say private message on Discord, that doesn't mean it has to be in our Discord. That's in terms of messages, so a one-to-one message. You don't have to be in the same Discord as someone to actually send them a PM. That just means like right-click on my name and just message, as opposed to posting in the Discord. That's what PM means. The dog watches as you approach, his ears forward and head cocked.
Uh-oh. We got a ferocious beast watching us. And he looks like he's got a very itchy belly.
Edér loves all the animals in the first game and the second game. Beckon the dog to come with you. Yes, anything for the doggos. Anything for the doggos. Beckon the dog to come with you. He takes a few tentative steps forward and sniffs your hand. He lowers his head under your fingers and looks up at you expectantly. Option 1, scratch behind his ears. Option 2, leave him alone. Scratch behind his ears, obviously. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He closes his eyes and raises his head, helping you find just the right spot. After several seconds of this, he stands and shakes himself off, ready to follow you. We got it. You gained an item, Kaz. We got a new doggo. We got a new pet. We got a new pet. Pets are the best. You can get loads. Oh, by the way, Stu, if you're into you played the first one, you can pick up loads of pets. Ooh. Kaz grants +1 stealth and +1 survival. Now, only the main character can baby boar attack interrupt with melee weapons. That's quite a good party-wide effect, but the stealth and survival thing is quite cool. Oh, sorry, a bit of delay there, a bit of a drag there. No problem. Let's try out Kaz. Let's have Kaz as our... See, this is why I like to explore everywhere. There's so many pets. So Kaz is going to be our new pet following us for the time being. Let's see what we've got here. Flecks of sealing wax cling to the tip of the blade. And Hasongo Port expanded design. Let's turn off fast forward. And let's head up the stairs, see what else we got. And Stay Hydrated Bot's going to tell me off shortly. Let me read that right. Hokwolge Huso. Hey man, you look just like Johnny Sins. Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I was hung like him. Welcome to the stream. That has got to be one of the most unique compliments I think I've ever received. So thank you, I guess. Let's see. Coral Naga Archer. Oh, wow, I can't believe how stealthed we are versus they haven't spotted us yet. Let's beat them up if we can. They didn't see us coming. We managed to get over here. Can we charge one of them? Ah, nice. Straight in. All right. Turn base mode. Turn base mode. He'll be able to pull those in as well. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't Edér. This is my character. This is Krayven able to go first. Well, firstly, unstealth yourself. Oh, those are lamp oil barrels, so they'll burn with fire rather than exploding.
Be right there.
Be right there. Right, let's turn on Swift Flurry. Enduring Dance. Oh, bit of a lag there. Sorry, folks. And Thunderous Blows. And then the Flagellant's Path with what's left of my Mortification Pool.
How do you like that?
Almost wrecked him. I was hoping we might clip that other Naga, but never mind. Okay, turn done. Jody. Oh, and in comes another patrolling warrior. He'll arrive shortly. Oh, does he only stop there? Oh, that's quite handy. Let's throw up a Actually, she can come out even further. What will we start with? I think Circular Protection's a good bet.
Oh?
Aloth, with your ludicrously camp voice. Oh, I forgot when they're stealth, it really hampers their movement. Oh, we need room to let Pallegina get into combat, so let's move him up to about there. Start with a Flame Shield. And maybe Minor Arcane... No, we don't need Arcane Reflection, none of these guys are spellcasters. Let's just throw some concussive missiles at them. Should hit the others as well. Okay, end turn, turn rather. Pallegina unstealth. Now she's slow on her feet, but she's got this massive mace. Right, and she can take attack on the middle one. So, free sworn enemy. Let's zoom in a little bit. And then Eternal Devotion. This should sting. That was a good crit. Good crit. Okay, a Minolet's missiles. That was a few of them grazed. Edér getting shot in the face, that's fine. He's the tank, he's meant to. You don't get to do anything because you were stunned last turn. Circular Protection goes up. Extra buffs, thank you very much. Right. That one is as yet unharmed. So let's turn on a quick bit of Discipline Barrage. And what stance is he in? Warrior stance. That is toe-to-toe with a single combatant. It's an inferior one, but we'll put it on anyway because it's still better than the others. Reckon, what are they weak against? So they're slightly weaker versus crush damage, but unfortunately just have to deal with it. A penetrating strike will probably work quite well. Nope, it was crap. Graze only. Alright, never mind. Return on refreshing defense, because that works so well for him now that he gets hit the most. Ah, this one's noticed there's a ruckus going on. We've got a warrior coming in now. And who's just decided to turn around and not fight, the idiot. You're trying to melee Pallegina. The archer's trying to melee Pallegina. Outstanding. That's going to work well. In fact, Krayven could probably kill this one as he charges past. Oh, hunt time! Exclamation mark, hunt. Come on, hunt in the chat. It's a lovely day. Let's kill some beasties in the Badlands south of Krayven's town. All these other buffs should already be up. Yep, flurry, Endure Darts, Thunder Explodes, Flurry. Right, so we'll give him another Flagellant's Path. May as well make use of it.
Try this. I'll teach you a lesson.
God, that voice thing is completely stupid. That one's almost wrecked. Ideally, we could have done the expanded Raised Torment, but there we go. Ah, but Jyoti can one-shot this idiot. Blessed Harvest, dead.
Lavaru, be on seek.
Bam. Oh, sorry, we get a little bit of lag here. I'm not quite sure why. I've got Chrome off and everything else is running okay, but hopefully it's not carrying through to you folks there in the Krayven Sound Streaming Complex audience. Love each and every one of you.
Oh?
Ooh. Which one needs to go down in a hurry? He's almost dead. He's quite soft. He's not so done. Have we got like a good... a close range attack, some sort of close range spell, like a touch spell or something? Not really, apart from Jolting Touch. Ah well. Naga are slightly susceptible to lightning, so that would work quite well, and it's really quick as well, really quick to cast. So the archer... Oh! He's gone and shot at Jyoti, right. Finish this Muppet off, Pallegina. Whoa! Made a big mess of him, but when they die, they do explode because they got poisonous or acidic blood. Ah, yes, all my delightful, not at all inappropriate quotes that my lovely community never deliberately take out of context or anything. That would have been up against Cala Maria, the lovely Cala Maria. The only pop I've ever bought is of Cala Maria. When I think we were fighting her on expert mode and she was proving to be really rather tough. She throws these various coloured fish at you. How we doing? Oh, Stu, you and I together, mate. We crushed it. Well done, everyone who took part. Profits for us. Profits for us. Right, Jolting Touch on this Muppet. Oh, stung him nicely. Stung him nicely. Was that a crit? No, it's a regular hit. Just a regular hit. I don't think the Penetrating Strike's really worth it. Has he still got Discipline Barrage on? Not really.
May I be a candle in the night.
Okay, so his regular hits about as hard as Penetrating Strike.
Hey there.
Right, Krayven should be able to do some solid damage against this Muppet now. All his buffs are still up. Okay, just punch. Bam. Oh no, the warriors are a lot tougher.
Aye.
Oh, FYI, folks, I should have said we're on veteran mode. I started it on veteran mode, which is a level up from normal mode in terms of difficulty, and one below Path of the Damned, which is the hardest difficulty setting.
They'll fall by my hand.
All right, and yeah, I was finding early on it was a lot harder. It was much harder than I expected. But we're just getting to the point now that we were even once I got used to doing the turn-based mode, that we were absolutely face rolling regular difficulty. So this is now veteran mode.
Happy to oblige.
A lot happier with that because it's quite a bit easier, right? Aloth and Edér are going to take that guy out. This one's already bloodied, which means he'll be susceptible to another Blessed Harvest. The more damaged they are, the harder Blessed Harvest hits.
Be on seek.
So that thing's just dead. 116 damage off of it. It's a bit sick. Right, Edér should be able to finish this guy off. Just to be sure, we'll do one more Discipline Power Arch. Penetrate Shrine. Haven't had to use up any of our empowers. They'll carry over. Dead. So a little bit of poisony mess. Path of the Damned have permadeath. And I think Path of the Damned is just a difficulty setting. If you want permadeath, that's Trial of Iron. As Trial of Iron throws on a bunch of additional components. If Decadency was here, Citizen Decadency, he'd be able to tell you every last part of it perfectly. Oh, damn it. The barrels keep counting me as being in combat, which is quite annoying.
What can I do you for?
Can I actually loot these things now? Thank you. And then obviously you've got the gods challenges of like the various certain components. If you do the trial of such and such god, it gives additional difficulties. Decadency, lovely regular member of our community. He was the first person in the world to get the ultimate. If you remember the first game, you'll remember that there's one achievement that's called the ultimate. There's an actual achievement on Steam that's ludicrous. It's like this insane meta achievement.
Eyes open.
And they decided not to make that an achievement this time round, but rather its own challenge. Oh, how old is this game? It only came out last year outside Drake. This one's 2018. This one's 2018, yeah. Oh, did I miss? Oh, that was it. The shot was in the barrel. The gunpowder. So yeah, it's pretty recent. The Pillars one, I think, was 2014 or 2015. But yeah, Decadency, people were... you had to do Trial of Iron, Path of the Damned, no extra party members, no pausing, real time. The requirements on it were absolutely off the chain. Okay, I think we've cleared out the whole island. We can now... we've killed everything that's on here, so we can just run and go and run and go and run and go. That's it, we can climb up there, and that was the last little bit left to do. So I didn't even need to do that little bit there. We had an alternative way to come around. So if I bring the map up, we had... Oh, no, wait, I didn't need to climb up that bit. We had stairs that way. Oh, well, yeah, so you can come across the top here, or you can fight your way through and come up there. I am trying to clear up everything. Let's click that. Reasonably new, couple of years old PC, but coming out on console soon. This game's coming out on console as well. Nice. Loose masonry mars the south wall of the gatehouse. Some of the protruding bricks look to be prominent enough to climb, yet the stonework feels slick with sea spray and slime moss. You estimate a difficult climb and a dangerous fall, but we already used a rope and grappling hook. Oh no, we didn't. I haven't used one. But I've got one. Rope and grappling hook. Toss a grappling hook to the top of the wall. Yep. I don't suppose that'll be especially quiet. Aloth scans the walkway around you and the eerily still water behind you. Doesn't matter. Toss the grappling hook. Okay, there was more Naga at the top of the wall. 2015, as I was in Glasgow, didn't have patience at the time, but played a year ago on Xbox. Ah, right. So yeah, 2015 was number one, and this one is 2018. There you go. The grappling hook lands with a loud clang. No sooner have you pulled it tight than you hear splashing and hissing behind you. Oh joy, we're about to be ambushed. You have lost an item, rope and grappling hook. Oh, and we've woken up some Naga. 3 of them, no less, in a little combat-y cutscene. Oh, damn it. If we'd moved a bit quicker, we would have been in the right position. Thankfully, Krayven is a nippy bastard. So I'm going to get him to about... there. Oh, even better. Even better. If I do this just right, we can have him take out the archer. So about there, right, I'm going to path the flagellant through the 2 of them. So, Swift Flurry, Enduring Dance, Thunderous Blows, Flagellant's Path, bang, smacks the two of them straight through, almost annihilates that guy right off the bat. Outstanding start. Jody. Jody. Ah. Don't run too close to them. If she gets too close, they'll get an attack of opportunity. You want to sort of bring her around to there. I found after all those hours of turn-based mode, of pause-based real-time rather, it took me a while to get used to turn-based, but once it came out of beta, it really, once I got to grips with it, I started learning the advantages of turn-based and how certain abilities, some of which are a bit, to be honest, a bit shit in pause-based real-time, are really effective in turn-based mode, and vice versa. Also, you're not having to constantly pause the game to do everything, but you've still got animations and stuff going on, and you've got time to think, and it's great. It's easier to chat with chat as well. Oh, there's 4. Ooh, damn, I think she just got critted. 31 penetrating crits.
Son of a cur!
Oh, damn it, she got interrupted. That's a bit less ideal. Right, well, I'm going to send... How far can she get? Not too much further. I'm going to get her to about here. I don't want her getting so close that these warriors get in range, the Naga warriors, because I want her to get her versus the archer, right? Because then Edér's going to tank the other two. So, sworn enemy against this idiot. How dare you interrupt my awesome bubble thingy. Plus, it will lock him in place, trying to run away, which will make this bounding missiles all the more effective.
Something I can do.
There is something you can do, Edér. Firstly, you can come to about here, because you're going to charge in from that side, stunning that warrior, getting rid of his turn. So, let's see. We'll do Discipline Barrage, and then charge! Wham. Stunning them both. Perfection. It is solid in turn-based. They really nailed it, which is great, because I did a little playthrough. We'll change our stance back to mob stance. I did a little playthrough, a sponsored playthrough of Divinity Original Sin, just one stream's worth, like...
Curses.
For about 4 hours, and I would love to do more of it, but it's another big, huge game. And I really like the turn-based vibe of it, though. So I thought when they did this, it's like great. We get to continue our overall story from Pillars 1, because you can. Those of you who don't know, you can load your final. You can load your final save from the first game into the second game, because the continuity is totally complete. It basically takes your same character 5 years later, and if you load in stuff from the first game, it references it. So if you made certain choices in Pillars 1, they'll become relevant in Pillars 2 and things like that, which is a great touch. Alright, Edér, Aloth, let's do another middle letters doodads. So that's really awesome. And yeah, suddenly having all the cool lore and all the stuff we've done before happening, but with a very, very different mechanic, kept it interesting from a gameplay point of view for me. Like, let's put on Vigorous Defense. And actually, as they're in an arc, if I face him, let's have a little look. He's facing that way. If I have him do a sweeping arc that way, that's it. He manages to floor both of them. This ability that we got recently, Clear Out, is rather tidy. Right, hopefully Despondent.
Redemption.
Oh, she critted with Despondent Blows. Beautiful. Palagina should be able to... No, she won't finish this one off. Let's do another Eternal Devotion there. Bang. Oh, critted for 60 and 15 fire damage as well. That one's already bloodied. Nice. Oh man, I need to get another Xbox to carry on my story. So basically, Stu, yeah, if you saved after you kill the end boss, Theos X Arcanon, that bit after you kill him, but before you make the final decision of the whole game, which I won't give away for folks who want to play the first one in future. That save is got a special suffix. It will have complete after it, or and then when you're loading your character in Pillars 2, you get the option like load from Pillars 1, and it will specifically search for a kind of save file that has complete in it, and if you've got that, you can just boom straight in and you get all these cool additional little details and stuff. And obviously got some recurring characters. Aloth and Pallegina and Edér are all back, and they'll have references to stuff he made in the first game if you have a previous save, which is really cool. Right, which one should we punch? Because Krayven can hit a lot harder, and that warrior is meh. Pallegina's going to have him down. That one's pretty unharmed. That one's practically dead. I think I'll have Jyoti harvest that one because he's bloodied. Alright, we'll just have Krayven just punch this one again. Wow, that's punching him. Literally punching him to explodey bits. Let's have him run over here and engage this one before it starts running around smacking our glass cannons.
Happy to oblige.
Right. Well, firstly, quick second win on yourself because you've taken a few arrows to the face. It's not usually the best thing to catch with your face. I prefer catching pie with my face.
Lavaru, be on sync.
Oh no, she missed with it. Of all the times to miss. God damn it, Jyoti, you had one job.
How may I help?
Preferably by being a bit more useful than she was. Chain lightning.
Lavaru, be on sync.
Why not? Yeah, she's the bird lady avian godlike from the Valian Republic. She's awesome. She's so awesome. In fact, if that one's gonna die from chain lightning, let's stump this one instead, and then maybe chain lightning will finish them both off. Yeah, she critted with it. Right, they're both near death. Chain lightning might now, bam, kills one of them. Oh, what the hell? How come Krayven was facing him and engaged with him? How come he didn't punch that? Oh no, the warrior didn't go far enough away. Jyoti was too near. Okay, that one's literally about to die. Edér, stay where you are. Discipline barrage, out of the fire. Grab him over. Switch back to your one-on-one stance.
Leave it
and
to
then
me.
just crack. Oh, decent hit for 34. Okay, Pallegina takes a couple of thumps.
Happy to oblige.
That one's already bloodied. See if you can redeem yourself there, Jyoti.
Lavaru, be on sync.
Dead. That's more like it. That's what we like.
Aye.
Aloth, you want to get the coup de grace?
There's
Bam.
a walloping.
There's a walloping indeed. Splat goes the Naga. Worth it, worth it. Bonus XP, all for the sake of a quick grappling hook.
Something I can do.
Loot the bodies is what you can do. Reptilian blood, all these lovely, lovely reagents. Is that all of it?
Don't see why not.
No, 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 not just you, Edér. God damn it. I know you're a one-man army, but even still. Right, can we please climb up our grappling hook now? A rope dangles from the top of the gatehouse. It feels secure. It's a very self-confident rope. Climb the rope. You ascend quickly and easily to the top of the tower. We'll be king of the castle, and the rest of you are dirty rascals. Right, let's have a look. There might be a few more ambushes and bits along the top here, although I'd be moderately surprised. Let's zoom out a little, see if it's a bit more of what we can see. Excellent. Yeah, I already came up this way once. This is our alternative. But there's supplies. No, 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 no. Oh, Christ, that's on top of the actual tower. I thought that was on the ground, but nope. Nope, 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 nope. All right, so this is what we were aiming for all of 3 weeks ago. It looks, well, until the fog in front of us clears, this slight difference in darkness level. Darkness. No parents. There might still be a welcoming party for us at the front door. Now, but before I go in, I will remind myself of what the quest blurb is, and a reminder for you folks as well. For us both. For us all. So I'm a little bit, just in case there's anything hanging out, I'm a little bit anally retentive for clearing out as much of the fog as I can. Alright, I think we can turn off stealth mode and just move quickly. Right, let's have a little look in our journal. Hasongo. And you can organise things as well into regions. So we're in northeast Deadfire, I think. No, Storms of Pokokahara. Where are we at? Nekataka, that's all Nekataka. Loads of Nekataka. Bacana's Folly, the Last Sanctuary. No, not quite. Northwest, unknown. Light path. Where's it gone? Where's the quest? Sorry, bear with me. Loving the... Oh, thank you, Stu. I appreciate that very much. And thank you, everyone who's enjoying it, chilling out, enjoying these Little terms. Poko Kahara. Yes, sorry, folks. I've just got to find grouping based on location. Or can I do classic? Ah, the hunt for Aethys. Right, distant light. That's what I was after. Now, if I put that back into location based, which is otherwise quite helpful, it should show it highlighted. It doesn't. That's a silly little bug. Right, I'll find distant light somewhere. No, I won't. Oh, who cares? Right, I learned that Aethys has been spotted near Hasongo, an island with a Rautine outpost and an Adra lighthouse. Blah, blah, blah. So the quest thing is reach the Adra lighthouse on the western end of the fort. So here's the other blurb we've done. The Royal Deadfire Company built a lighthouse around luminous Adra. Perhaps that's what Aethys was heading toward when I connected him to Port Margin. Aethys is one of the gods. He's been resurrected in this enormous statue that's underneath your castle from the first game, and yeah, he's a bit large. If I can reach the lighthouse, I might be able to speak to Aethys again. I spotted some Naga lurking in the middle of the fort. There might be a way around them. We blew them to hell. And we found where the Adra lighthouse is, and then Zuhira, some NPC, mentioned there might be an intact bombard along one of the outer walls. I'll need ammunition, and we got the ammunition. We aimed and a manual to aim the bombard. We found the grease to lubricate the gears. We got some cooking fat that did it, and we turned the bombard to face a group of Naga in the middle of the fort, and then we just blasted them to Kingdom Come. Learned about a couple of alternative routes. And here we are. So we just had to aim for this lighthouse that's an Adra lighthouse that supposedly attracted Aethys. Let's see what we can see. What's inside? What's in the box? What's in the box? Cheers. Always a lovely way to round out a weekend with a bit of Story Sunday. Oh! Quest updated, a distant light. Can we click it? Reach the Adra lighthouse on the end and then something else. This looks like an important Naga. The lighthouse is quiet, but for soft, sibilant whispers, there's a repetitive, incantatory quality about them. Yet as you cross the threshold, an old Naga with skin like cracked leather breaks off. He swivels to face you, bearing one broken fang.
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds.
Blasphemy! You, Bathias of Guth, are hereby condemned as a blasphemer! What? I had a lovely supper. I turned round to my wife and said that bit of halibut was good enough for Jehovah.
Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers.
Says you, Slitherer. His tongue whips from his mouth like a ripped streamer. So option 1, I need to approach the Adra. Option 2, what warning do you expect me to deliver? Option 3, attack. No one stands in my way. And option 4, I'll be going now. Yes, normally Hydrate Bot pops up. I never turned him on. And he's now gotten a bit quiet and no longer talks to me. I don't know what I've done to offend it. But I always remember his worthwhile advice. Oh, bit slow in there. Well, what warning do you expect me to deliver? Let's find out what... the more information we can find out, the better, is my personal opinion. Oh, and FYI, I tend to play my character quite consistently. When I'm doing a major RPG like Fallout New Vegas or this, I will play my character to a particular manner. So what warning do you expect me to deliver? Let's find out a bit more about what they think.
That shufflers must not disturb these routes, or the gods will destroy the islands again.
Again, the other Naga hiss in agreement. We've got a new option. You're saying the gods have brought ruin on Deadfire before. Now, I play Krayven as generally... Well, firstly, he's quite a good guy. He was very good and benevolent and kind and diplomatic in the first game. Only when it really, really was not suitable would I sort of be a bit more conniving, but I was never cruel or mean. In this one, as his character's evolved, I've made him a bit more pragmatic, but still good. If any options are available, he'll be good or decent or help out the downtrodden. But he's always he's got a lot of resolve and a lot of insight, and he's always very considerate towards learning things and finding out what he can. Oh, Sean, Citizen Sean, how you doing?
What a lovely day!
Lovely to see you, mate. Happy Sunday. How you feeling? A hunt is underway! Exclamation mark hunt. You're saying the gods have brought ruin on Deadfire before? He bares his broken fang in surprise.
Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the Adra roots.
At this, the others hiss angrily. Right, I'm guessing by the sand-striped ones, it probably means some type of the Alma. So either ancestors of the current island Alma, which are the ancestors of the Huana tribe, or possibly other Alma, because they are very populous in the Deadfire region, which is this. So the first game takes place in the Direwood, in the Deerwood, and now the second game takes place in the Deadfire region, which is referenced a lot in the first game. I'm Krayven, been lurking quietly. Thank you so much for the lurk support. I do appreciate it, Sean. I'm glad to hear you're well. Insight. Sand-striped. Yes, you're describing the Huana. And those of you who don't know, a tribal civilization primarily comprised of island Alma, which has thrived in the Deadfire archipelago for thousands of years. Though largely decentralized, the Huana share common values steeped in mythology and a sense of guardianship over the islands they call home. So, in the first game, a skill check that was good, it was accessible, was always a positive. In this one, it doesn't always give you a positive outcome, but it usually opens up extra options. But an insight check, that's pure Krayven right there.
Their ancestors, yes.
Okay.
Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves.
His beads and bangles rattle as he brings his hands together in a loud clap. How could you know this? Option 1, how could you know this? Option 2, that sounds like the gods are alright. Or option 3, so you think history is repeating itself. Or option 4, the gods are more than spiteful juggernauts, you know. Again, all of those are viable, insightful remarks, but one's an actual insight check. So you think history is repeating itself.
You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You do not change.
You find it's buffering a lot for you, Stu? Is anyone else struggling with that? Because I'm watching on my phone to check the quality of the stream, and it seems pretty smooth for my phone over Wi-Fi. If anyone else can confirm or deny if they're dealing with lagging issues, I can take a little look into it.
You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak.
Yeah, they're cool clothes.
You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things.
Alright, I need to do my laundry, but Jesus. A tremor of disgust ripples through his bodies. It's 5 me. Okay, that sounds like it might be at your end there, Stu. Just hit F5 if all else fails.
Our ancestors hid deep, where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again.
He thumps his tail on the floorboards. Oh, that's a nasty little bit. Yo, Citizen Steve! How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the second part of Story Sunday and a bit of Pillars of Eternity too. I hope you've had a good weekend. Probably my terrible internet, so I send the res back down to 480. Okay. Sorry not getting the best resolution, Stu, but fair play, that'll help. Good evening to you as well.
The gods see. They will tear them all down.
Addendum added, a distant light. Okay. Option 1, Barath sent me, I'm here doing the will of the gods. Well, she didn't send me so much as put me on an overall errand. I'm trying to chase Aethys. Option 2, Aethys came to reach the Ardra, not to punish anyone. Or 3, I'm a watcher. I can restore the Ardra if you'll just let me near it. I do want to try and communicate. I'd rather, if I could, not fight these guys because they are intelligent and they're not immediately hostile. You have a question for me? Go right ahead, Steve. Feel free. Let's think. Now, from what we've learned from these guys so far, they're obviously very ancient. They've maintained their stories and they're probably verbal folklore and so on. They have very little disdain. They have a lot of disdain for all kith or humanoids, whatever, and are very sort of beholden to the gods. So it's a viable option to say I'm here on the will of the gods, but good chance you might not believe me. Option 2, just explaining the situation and saying Aethys is here to do that, but he might be like, and then they'll punish everyone, blah blah blah. I don't know if he'll know what a watcher is, but I do need to get near the Edér. It's the most direct things. How do you get the pound sign in your goal amount? It keeps disappearing on mine. That, I think, is a set. I'm trying to remember because I did it ages ago. It's a setting in Streamlabs where you set your primary donation currency. In your overall settings, within the Streamlabs and stuff itself, you can actually find the right setting either in one of the various donation sub boxes or in your personal overall Streamlabs account settings, and you set your primary currency that you want the donation to be in, and it should stick. That's how I recall doing it, but I did it like over a year ago, so off the top of my head right now I can't really, that's as much as I can think off the top of my head. Otherwise, to look into it I'd have to wait till after the stream, but I hope that's the right answer and it helps you, mate. I really don't know. I'm a watcher, I can restore it. So, do we invoke one of the gods? Or invoke myself? He doesn't like humans, but this is a direct response. I prefer to tell the truth, but he doesn't want me to go near it. I might try with Aethys came to reach the Edér and not to punish anyone. Aethys so far hasn't been punishing anybody directly, just by accident of sucking their souls out of their bodies just as he walks past. Coolio, mate. Yeah, good luck with that. Let me know, actually, if that was the right answer or not.
Lies and treachery. The gods do not wither their own roots.
He recoils. Ah, okay. But we've opened up a new option. Ah, now this is a metaphysics check. So metaphysics is a secondary sort of skill knowledge. So we still got option 2 of Barath and option 4 of Watcher. But, Edér is not a root that withers, but a channel of essence. This one is merely blocked, I can show you. The fact that that's not only a metaphysics check, but quite a high one. And my character's got 10. 10 in metaphysics. Oh, no, 7 self and +3 party assist. I think that'll probably give us a good option. The fact that's a high skill check. Edér is not a root that withers, but a channel of essence. So it's basically a better alternative to I'm a watcher. I can restore the Edér if you let me near it. So let's try. Edér is not a root that withers, but a channel of essence. This one is merely blocked. I can show you. Sugan. Oh, his name's Sugan. Sugan regards you with a wary eye.
If this is not some fat-tongued lie, then show us.
Don't body shame my tongue.
Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the Edér.
Okay, cool. Oh, and dingrats, Krayven's leveled up on that one. Excellent. Right, well, we got through that with wit and diplomacy rather than violence. Violence. Crud humor. Was that what's correct for it? Nice one, Steve. Excellent. Okay, Coral, Naga, Shaman, Warrior, Archer, Sugan. Okay, this would have been quite the ruck otherwise. Well, I hope that works out for you, alright, Mr. Steve, sir. And Lila, or Hollow, or Redweird, are any of you counsellors there? Any of you present? Let me know. Let's see what we got. Let's see what happens.
As your
Here we
hand
go.
touches the dim Edér, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Edér in a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance.
So the main quest has these graphic novel sections actually fully voice acted, and I have to admit, I think this she's a professional voiceover artist. She's a little better than me. I hate to admit it. And the in-between refers to the shadow world that souls briefly wander after death on their way to the beyond. It has been described as a hazy landscape, empty but for the glow of other souls, Edér and Watchers. This is the space that Watchers, by the way, your character is a Watcher, someone with an awakened soul who can see wandering souls and past lives. This is the space that Watchers peer into when they observe and speak to lost souls and soul fragments. Even the gods cannot reach it, so it's a rather unique spot. The gods are in the beyond, mortals are in the waking world, and here's this special little, like, very quick sort of temporary purgatory. A sign of a good RPG is when you could use, not by strength, the dialogue options, the range they have in here is just sublime. It's proper roleplay, and I love it for that, Stu. You're absolutely right. Let us continue.
For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters.
So our soul essence is we've gathered the threads that connect all these pillars of Ardra, made a superhighway and blasted our essence down it to go and communicate with Aethys, or the spirit of Aethys inside the statue. But that, by the way, contains like 95% of our main character's own soul.
Standing at Aethys'
There he is.
shoulder, your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Audra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
I think first time in Port Margie he did reach for the cord. And that's it sorted. Thank you, sir. You're very welcome. I think all my counsellors are either lurking or elsewhere. So, hopefully it'll remember. News, retro. Come on, phone. I've done this before. If you hadn't guessed from his username, Mr. Steve is Retro Gamer, who I know through Retro Block Party as well. If you are into retro games, then do go and check him out. What have you been playing in the vast realm that is retro?
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cadnua?
Well, you're in the statue of Odnua, and you've got 95% of my soul, and you fucking smashed up my castle, you dick. Oh, I love it. Option 2. I hadn't even read the thing. So, number 1, Barath insists. Barath is a goddess who we have a piece of her essence inside of us, basically tracking and kind of keeping tabs on us. Or 2, you destroyed my castle and ate my soul, jackass. I have to admit, in the first game, I wouldn't have had Krayven do this, but he's got a bit of an edge to him now because he was almost killed by this guy, and he's been through some wars and some seriously hard stuff, and not appreciated for it quite as much as one should be. So 3, I want to know what you're doing, or 4, I want to prevent you from causing any more harm. What do we think? Me? Retro gaming? No! Well, today I've been relaxing, playing online pool with a Twitch friend. Oh, very nice. Excellent. Barath insists. Now, at this point, do I bother with Barath? Oh, yes, a god of death. Again, for those who don't know. Those of you who know all this, bear with me as I sort of new folks arriving. God of death, cycles, doorways, mortality, and inevitability. The keeper of the cycle of life and death, Barath is thought to seek to claim the lives of those who have lived past their time, so people who extend their lives, especially unnaturally. According to folklore, Barath is seen most often in the form of the Pallid Knight or the Usher, 2 skeletal characters who lead such people to their deaths by way of challenge or trickery. So, do we just invoke Barath? Do we just give him a piece of our mind? You destroyed my castle and ate my soul, jackass. 3, I want to know what you're doing. Or 4, I want to prevent you from causing any more harm. Well, that is true. It's not desperation I'm following you, but you destroyed my castle and ate my soul. Tempting. Very tempting. But I've got to play sort of in character. I have to admit, that's quite materialistic. We've gone to a lot of trouble to get here. More importantly than that, I do want to know what he's doing. I can't really prevent him from causing any more harm because he's already still miles ahead of me. I want to know what you're doing. I'm not too bothered about Barath. This Barath thing's a bit of a means to an end to me that gave me the ability to come back to life when I'm missing 95% of my soul. So let's do number 3.
Many Kith would like to know the gods' designs. Why is it so important to you?
Don't have a good enough. I'm not a philosopher, and I don't have a good enough religion skill because the skill checks here do not get any party assists. They're only what my character has himself. Many Kith would like to know the gods. The last time you appeared, it heralded the death of thousands. Or 2, if I can tell Barath what you're doing. It will be ransom paid for my soul. One way or the other, that will probably come about. I'd rather... my character's a bit of a traditional hero. I'd rather not have thousands of people dying. The last time you appeared, it heralded the death of thousands.
At first, he does not respond. But there is a wavering from the light within him. A momentary dimming that allows you to see the souls within the Audra clearly.
Yeah, loads of them were captured when that statue came to life.
I never sought violence or death, but Margren and the Hand Occult have ensured that the world believes the madman Widewind tried to destroy the Deerwood and everyone in it.
So this is referring to the first game and Widewind's legacy, which was the Hollowborn children in the Deerwood.
In truth, a war was what I desired, but not one of violence. I sought a war of conscience.
Uh-huh.
If people saw that the ruins so faithfully guarded by the Glanfathans were nothing more than machines the Angwithans had used to turn themselves into gods, what could that mean?
True, because these gods, in the ancient world, there weren't any actual obvious gods that created the world, but all these rival countries and millennia ago in this world believed in different gods, and just like we do, fought over them and so on and so forth. And the Angwithans, this ancient but highly sophisticated race of people, decided to put an end to all that by transforming all their own essences and their entire race into the gods. And it's like, right, now we know there are gods and they're here. I think Aethys is literally one of them.
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you.
Uh-huh.
His energy flows over your hand. Tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
Don't touch these ones as well, you jackass.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the god's true nature.
Yeah, you're literally manufactured gods by a race of people and their machines. Oh, that's better. Got headphones on. My neighbour on his headset on his Xbox sounds clearer this way too. Yeah, it's always a little bit better through headphones.
Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't.
The true history of their gods. Ah, yeah, indeed.
Well,
what I just described.
The last time I walked Eora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most.
Option 1, nods. Option 2, well, what are you waiting for? The gods want answers. Or 3, I'm honoured. I actually don't remember the last time we walked Eora, made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. Yeah, he wanted a war of conscience. He wanted to make it think. And I kind of get that, but I have to admit, okay, a question. A question allows me to get more information. Well, what are you waiting for? The gods want answers.
And after we are finished here, I'm certain they will call for you at the hour of their choosing. Won't they, Watcher?
You're probably right.
Yes, I will tell you. But this is not the time.
Never is.
As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long.
God damn it.
Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
Ah, so he goes to each point of living Audra to sort of recharge and connect to try and avoid having to use the souls of people. So every place he's been, there's like tons of people who had stood looking like statues. When you touch them, they crumble to ash. And that's where he's having to recharge on the move because there isn't enough. He's too far from one Audra pillar and not close enough to the next one. So it seems that he's only doing that when necessary, or at least that's his words. But we have a skill check here, so, well, let's not let that happen then. Where are you going? I need to meet you. Ah, hang on. Metaphysics. Now, I've got enough metaphysics on my own. So wait, is that what happened at Hasongo?
It is. When you contacted me from Port Mage, I had to sever my tether to the luminous Audra.
No, I didn't.
Without it, I lacked the strength to reach Hasongo.
You didn't need to sever it, you just chose to. liar.
I pulled souls from the creatures of the ocean and from the people at Hasongo until I could reach the lighthouse.
Ah, that's probably pissed off the Naga then.
The soldiers and Naga there were no threat to me. I did not kill them out of malice, but simply to keep this body moving.
Option 1, that's quite a vulnerability. Well, I know that, but I'll keep that to myself because that's a smarter thing to do. He's frustratingly vague. I know he is, isn't he, Piney? But, well, he's basically still being a goddy McGodface, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. 3, a heartless, pitiless act. 2, did I cause you to kill all those people? Now, this is giving an opportunity to get in my head. 3 is too direct because it's not. It is a pitiless act, but it's not pitiless or heartless. It's selfish, perhaps, because he's just thinking his own ends and means are above the value of the lives. But if there was a thing like saying that's quite selfish in a way, for whatever your reasons are, I might take it. But a heartless and pitiless doesn't fit, so I won't. Vulnerability, my character would keep that to himself because I already know. So I would want to know, did I cause you to kill all those people?
That question, Watcher, requires a more philosophical examination than we have time for.
Well, at least it's not a direct yeah you did. So okay, good. Kind of, I guess.
The edges of Aethys's massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aethys speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented and distant.
Is this like the sort of godlike equivalent of like losing your cell phone connection or something?
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow.
Well, that might be one opportunity to actually confront him and get the rest of my soul back at the very least. In Magran's Teeth, Ashen Moor, okay.
Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
Oh, thanks. You know, I need that power as well. I spent a long time leveling up to get it in the first game, but cheers for giving me back some of my property. What a bellend.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you.
Well, hopefully this will give us a nice new Watcher ability, or one that we had in the first game.
The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten, until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap, Aethys's figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Audra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
Thank goodness, because I was hoping it wasn't about to die and crack, because then we'd have a big fight on our hands, but hopefully the Naga will be happy now. Quest completed, a distant light. Achievement unlocked, establishing a link. 2 blessings gained. New... Ooh. Achievement unlocked, establishing a link. Oh, an actual achievement, Steam achievement, and that was an in-game one as well. The Naga stare at the glowing Audra, their diamond pupils wide. Sugan turns his gaze to you, his body in a cautious half-coil. Well, that's reactivated that then.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people.
Uh-huh.
But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere.
Oh, that's the Royal Deadfire Company and the Rawatai.
Shodri, you attack every foreign ship you see. The Huana may not like us, but at least they speak to us.
Oh, and Palagina represents the Valian Trading Company, who are rivals. The Royal Deadfire Company is kind of like one big naval Empire Group and a Valiant Trading Company. It's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean, the East India Company, and that kind of stuff. You know, they're colonialists basically. And Skjoderi, a Valiant term for nonsense.
We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out. That driving them away was a holy mission.
Curiosity and consternation simmer in his eyes. Hey, Citizen Carnations, how you doing? Option 1, what now? Option 2, slaughter is never a holy mission. Honestly, slaughter is a holy mission. It kind of shows that holy missions are usually nonsense. 3, that's because they killed your people and took your land. They see everything differently. Let's see, we were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out. That driving away was a holy mission. The gods have bigger concerns than our feuds. We must learn to live together. There's no point speculating about the will of the gods. 6, you should be driving them out. You just didn't hit them hard enough. Option 1's a bit weak and vague. 2, my neighbour went missing for 3 weeks. Was in all the newspapers, and on Facebook he was found. Like getting help and needs psychological help. He needs now at least. Oh, that's good news, Stu. I'm very glad to hear that. An interesting lore in this game. Obsidian's lore writing and everything is incredible. They are the best RPG writers of any developer studio at the moment going. I mean, I'm currently playing this and Fallout New Vegas, so very much addicted to Obsidian. So what now is a bit vague. Slaughter is never a holy mission. Doesn't fit, because it kind of is, but holy missions are all stupid. Option 3, so driving them out as a holy mission, that's because they killed your people and took your land. They see everything differently. Possible. Before the gods have bigger concerns in our feuds, you must learn to live together. It's kind of diplomatic. There's no point speculating. They don't really have bigger concerns. Our feuds seem to keep them going, but... 3, 4, and 5 are all viable. I like 4, that's in character. 5 is probably the most accurate, but 4 is sort of in character for Krayven. The gods have bigger concerns than our feuds. We must learn to live together.
But on whose terms?
His tail flicks in irritation. That's a good point.
We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it. You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this, and for your mercy.
I appreciate that he realizes I could have absolutely kicked his ass. He presses something into your palm before departing. You have gained an item, Strand of Favor. Oh, it's a necklace, a +1 intellect, Ward of Favor, minus 10% hostile effect duration, and Boon of Favor, plus 10% beneficial effect duration. Let's have a look. Strand of Favor, the lower Naga castes, lower Naga castes often gift shark teeth to venerated shaman as a token of respect. The shaman weave these teeth into strands, which are worn as necklaces. The more teeth a shaman possesses, the more renown they accrue. Should the necklace be lost or destroyed, the shaman is chastised, their renown made forfeit, and they are forced to start the necklace again. Huh, I love little bits of lore like that. Okay, end dialogue. I think that's ding for the rest of the team as well. Awesome. And there we was. Oh, yeah, we've got all 5 of them leveled up. Well, firstly, let's have a look at our journal updates. So, Port Margie, Dunnage, the Lighted Path. Oh, it says look for Aloth in Hasongo. God damn it!
Subway 75 bonus 7.
Thank you so much. Jesus Christ, Arkans, that has just carried you over to 140,005 bits. Cheered. Fuck me. Thank you for the 75 biddies plus the 7 and all the others up to that point. That is crazy. That is unbelievably kind, dude. Thank you so much. I wonder how much of that has been the 75-bit cheer. I'd almost forgotten about this. A Dawnstar we met seems to think Aloth had settled on Hasongo with her son. I'll have to check out the rest of the map. A shrewd proposition, bounty. He waits in fire. That's only one level above where we're at now. So I spoke to Aethus in the ruins of Hasongo, but was unable to divert him from his machinations. He bade me to meet him at a luminous Ardra pillar in a chain of volcanic islands called Magran's Teeth. If I want to know more about his intentions, I have to meet him there. So rendezvous with Aethus. He plans to restore his power somewhere in Magran's Teeth, undoubtedly from a large vein of luminous Ardra. And the last sanctuary, I think the rest of that is basically done and sorted. Goods and services, the gullet. Yeah, we've got quite a few things that require taking us back to Nekataka. Oh, legit indeed. Probably 99.9. Yeah, sure, that was going to be my guess as well. And what are these? Coral Naga Totem. Well, let's not destroy those. I do recall we saw some little treasure chest or item on the... Oh, before I go any further, firstly, let's equip that necklace. It's a rather good little necklace. Probably best for Aloth. What's he wearing at the moment? Soul Void. +1 intellect. Grants the effects of White Leaf after arrest. What about Palagina? What's she wearing? Baubles of the Fin. Constitution and intellect. Grants cruelty and curios. What's she wearing? Intellect, history and insight. I've got lots of necklaces made out of teeth and shark teeth and bits of shell. The beneficial effects thing is alright, but it doesn't give too many stat bonuses. It's actually not that strong. It is unique though. That bonus change is not so spectacular. I'll see what happens with it. Yes,
what a lovely day!
We're going hunting. We're going hunting! Exclamation mark hunting to get yourself some creds. Let's level up the crew. Let's level up the crew. Starting with Edér. What level are we at now? Level 12. I think in this game it goes all the way to 20 rather than 16. So XP wise we're more than halfway, but we've got a lot more of the game to do. Let's see. Yeah, I'm keeping him as a mechanics monkey fully. I might give him a bit more in athletics though. He needs more in athletics really, considering he's a fighter. I decided to make him the mechanics guy. I respect everybody. Streetwise and survival. Who's the main intimidation? Her. With 6. I mean, he's got 2, but 1 and 2. We'll put a bit more in streetwise for now. Yeah, I really sort of did it so everyone in my main party has got an ideal spread of skills, so we can, at least when there's a party check, we can get past everything. Okay, we haven't moved up to the next power level. Power level 7's unlocked at level 13. Oh, Darkins has challenged Duncan to a duel. Will Duncan take it up? Oh, we're taking most of everything. Do I want a improved barrage? So disciplined strikes. Aware inspiration is now improved to intuitive. Or tactical barrage now gains acute as well. We've already upgraded into the fray, but you can have both. Lower their guards. I think the best bet here is probably the improved stance. We've got the other 2 improved stances, improved conqueror stance. But what have we got along passive abilities? Spell resistance. Improved critical. This is a fighter only one. Uncanny luck. A chance to completely avoid any attack and convert some hits to critical hits. Nah. This one's a fighter. Oh no. Gives a damage bonus to the fighter's proficient weapons. Might take that later, but I think we're going to take Conqueror stance for now. I'd just like to have all 3 improved stances. They're quite good. Ha! Oh, sorry, folks. Money, 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 money. Money. Oh, we get a new weapon proficiency. Wicked. Okay. I don't tend to go two-handed with him. It's sword and board all the way. So he's got saber, which is slashing. This is also slashing. A piercing weapon proficiency will be welcome. He's got 2 shield proficiencies. Stiletto, a spear, rapier. Yeah, rapier's a piercing damage one. Having him with a shield and rapier, Warhammer does crush damage. The saber and whatever that thing is The regular sword. Oh, regular sword does slash and pierce, and crush damage would be welcome then. Or I could give him at least a single... Yeah, a one-handed hammer. I'll probably get another specialization to go two-handed later, and I don't tend to go with small shields very much. Piercing blows. Oh, Warhammer is crush and pierce. The tactical flexibility of a Morningstar in a much smaller size. From switching from the flat head to the pick, they can adapt. And the flail is just pure crush. They're popular among soldiers for their ability to foil the defensive properties of shields. What's the special attack you get for a flail? 10% of grazes, arcing blows converted to hits. And what's the one for hammers? Oh, you don't get any special bonuses, but you do get dual damage types. I think I prefer the hammer, to be honest. Excellent. Damn, Cray walked out with everything. I did indeed. I did. Sorry. Rigged, I know. Hashtag rigged. Right, let's level up old Cray himself. Why have I got so few comparative skills? Alchemy and athletics. Got a bit of basic stealth, but I'll take a bit more on alchemy. And specialties, now I've got loads. The only thing I don't have is intimidate. What's the main ones I'm focusing on is insight. And yeah, let's get metaphysics to match insight. And what cool monk abilities am I going to get? Stop! Hammer time! Oh, the long pain. That's a very nice one because I can actually start doing damage at long range, which is really welcome. Or do I take duality of mortal presence? Linking their incoming wounds to their constitution or their mind for an intellect bonus. Meh. Stunning surge. If this attack critically hits, its cost is refunded. Oh, that's really good. But the long pain is a whole new ability. What's this one? Mortification of the soul. Okay, that's raw damage for a wound. It's a free ability just to damage yourself and gain wounds, but I'd never seem to have any trouble getting wounds. I think the... Oh! Fucking hell!
Subway 75 bonus 7 food fight. Fight pudding, fight box, fight corn, fight fruit, fight pea.
Food fight. A food fight has been engaged. Everyone, use your food fight emotes from the August mega cheer bonuses. Whatever you've got, just look them up with fight and spam that. Let's get the chat full of delicious food. I think we're going to take the long pain. What's that? Parting sorrow. Enemies that break engagement with the monk give the monk a wound. Pfft, whatever, it's a bit shit. New weapon proficiency. I mean, I've already got unarmed as a proficiency, surely. Mace, rending smash, and a warhammer. Quarterstaff. I like the idea of spear fighting. So a spear and a pike. I like the idea of him being able to spear fight. Spear and stave. That's what we like. I hate that sound. Sorry, not everyone's a fan of it. Not everyone's a fan of it. I might start adding some variations to it, so it's not just a zombie scream, but there's a few other startle noises that are a bit less terrifying. Thank you for sticking with us, though, outside, Drake, mate. Appreciate it. Spear. Engaging thrust. Fight defensively with your spear, allowing you to engage an additional foe. No, I just like the idea of like having a cool spear on the monk, to be honest. Next. Let's Palagina next. Spear sounds cool. Yeah, he's a monk, exactly. My main character, he's a fire. He's actually from the Deadfire. He's from Deadfire. He's a fire godlike, and he's an explorer, and is so yeah. Fire godlike race, explorer profession. Deadfire is his home, and monk is his class. Palagina. She's only got a bit of Arcana for the extra spells, so I think give her an explosives bonus. And bluff is up to 7. We'll make her more intimidating. I like the idea that Edér, because he's so nice, he's not so intimidating, and she's so stern and angry all the time, that will make her intimidating instead. I'm glad I've been here the whole time. Oh, thank you. Just checking some YouTube stuff. I like your accent, though. You're not the only one. The accent and the tone. I like the UK. I was in the South. Well, that's where I'm based. I'm a bit of a nickname of the most British Brit on Twitch. Because I tend to fulfill people's expectations of what British people should sound like. Absolutely standard Oxfordshire BBC Queen's English right here. Let's see. Reinforcing exhortation. Yeah, because she has very few basic skills, but lots of specialties in them. So excuse me. You have a Geordie accent? Yeah, why I man? Hastening. The paladin can command an ally to increase their pace during combat for quick. Reinforcing. Oh, darkens. Thank you so much for the 300
Subway 300 bonus
homoerotic
30.
bitties. Thank you so much. 300 not at all homoerotic bitties. You're a northern monkey. Oh, Stu's recruiting hunters. Geordie's very unique. It's sort of northern, but it's got this almost whooping musical quality. Swedish people find it easier to understand English from Newcastle due to how the dialect has changed a lot more due to Viking invasions than regular English sometimes. Exclamation mark hunt in the chat. Oh, look at this. Everyone's back awake. We've already taken... we can't pick that one. We can't take that one because we picked Wrath of Five Sons. We can have various modals. I might take the improved Exalted Charge. But I don't tend to change her stance very much. Reviving Command. So we've got Reviving Exhortation. Now, do we take Reviving Command? Grants to Fit Inspiration in addition to Strong. Or Strong Inspiration upgraded to Tenacious to Rebirthing Exhortation. Hastening Exhortation. That's just for the quick bonus. Can't take it. We've already got Inspired Beacon. I'm tempted to improve the Rebirthing. Strong to Tenacious. Mind you, Rebirthing is for everyone, so perhaps Fit as well as Strong is... Allied target revived with 300 health, minus 100 health restored after 2 rounds, and Strong and Fit. What does Strong do? Plus 5 Might. Fit plus 5 Constitution. And what does Tenacious do? Tenacious D. Oh, plus 2 penetration. It's either going to be this, or we take the Exalted Charge. What does that do? Inspires a paladin all nearby allies to charge fiercely into battle, increasing their stride and disengagement defense. Allies can now convert some incoming hits down to grazes. Oh, so that's quite useful. Yo, Citizen Pugpack, how are you doing? Oh, Stu's the only one walking out. Versus a Stone Crusher Phoenix. Outstanding. Ganham. Ganyam. Oh, you pronounce Ganham as Ganyam. Or we Burns. Or we say Spelk for a wood splinter. The more north, the harder the understanding. Well, it really depends. I have to admit, I've got an ear for most northern accents, having lived in the north a lot. Pugback, hate, I'm sick, but that's okay. I'm sorry to hear you're sick. May you get well soon. I hope otherwise you've had a decent weekend and being sick hasn't bombed you out too much. Or taking you out of action too much. And don't forget, everyone, yes, you can spin every 10 seconds to try and get yourself bonus creds. There's a super jackpot that no one's won yet of 750 creds. Oh yeah, there's a 10-second cooldown on it. I might lower that to 5 seconds, to be honest. Greater Lay on Hands. Oh, I don't know. Got this as well. Remanding. I'll never take that one. I think Reviving Command. We'll do that. Gotta move on. And a weapon specialty. She's going two-handers all the way. So an Estoc. Yeah, she's all about the two-handers. All about the two-handers as a paladin. Two-handers or nothing. Two-handers or GTFO. Done diddly undone. I do not know much of British slang. Something I might be able to understand, but it depends. Well, if you have any questions, if I say something you're like, wait, what did you say? Do feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy to explain outside Drake. I find 0 seconds funny. I think I should just knock that cooldown down to 1 second or something. But it'll have to be next stream because it won't kick in until I close and restart the chat bot, which I'd rather not do. Aloth! Let's do him next. Oh, he's rather good at diplomacy. He's a bit of an animal at diplomacy. Metaphysics we don't really need. Well, let's give him sleight of hand. No one would suspect the diplomat of being a bit of a burglar. Don't think we need diplomacy that much higher. For a total of 14, Christ. Everyone else is good at things, though. What's one of our weakest? Let's give him a bit more... bit more insight. Or who else has got history? She does, yeah. Ah, solid. Let's min-max. Diplomacy all the way to 11. So it goes to 11. It's a great game, isn't it, Stu? It's alright, Krayven. I can understand you very well, but thank you. I should have put... no problem. Right, so what we've got here... I'm trying to remember what these symbols mean. So I think it means he knows it, plus it's in... Oh, someone remind me. The purple tick means it's in his grimoire. And I think another one means spell mark. So already have... And purple means... Oh, in grimoire. So yeah, already have an in grimoire. Oh, we got level 8. We got level 8. What do I want? So I can have it without needing a grimoire. Chain lightning, solid. What's this? Minalette's precisely piercing burst. Evocation. Oh, by a burst of deadly force around the caster, causing enemies in the immediate vicinity to take pierce damage. So it's like an AoE that centers around the caster, bypassing nearly all armor rating as well. That's actually quite good. But what else have we got? Iron Skin, solid. Wall of Flame. Again, fire. Any fire attack affects everybody, unfortunately, not just your enemies. Lengra's displaced image. I'm waiting to get some of these high level ones. They're fucking ridiculous. What do you reckon, folks? The Manx accent. Hey, madly, you know what? They understand me in Thailand and Cambodia. That's quite impressive. Now I know how people in Oxford sound. Yes, I am very quintessentially Oxford. It depends. If you go really into the Highlands, that's where you'll start hearing a lot more actual Scots Gaelic, as opposed to just British with Scots accent and dialectical slang. But in the cities like Glasgow and Edinburgh, once you get an ear for it, it's actually relatively doable. Best way to learn is like listening to Limmy's show or something. I like this piercing, this precisely piercing burst. What's this? Lengra's Safeguard. Knocks all enemies back and prone while gaining an armor rating and defense bonus. Blast of Frost. It's Cone Blast. Torrent of Flame. Oh, I don't know. There's not that many great choices, actually. What is this? Ningath's Freezing Pillar. Oh, an AoE, an intense circle of frost and hobble. Enormous spike of ice, freeze damage on AoE, and it hobbles people in a circle of frost. Might do that. Might do that. It's pretty solid. I like the Manc accent. You hear Scouse. People from Liverpool are great. I don't know, Krayven. I mean, Glaswegians. Magical influence. What else should we give him? I don't know. Maybe some skill with a ranged thing. Rapier, or perhaps a stiletto, piercing thrust. Or a dagger, parrying blade. Because he's good with a rapier. I don't know, a wizard should kind of fight with a quarterstaff, perhaps, shouldn't they? As an alternative. He's got magical implement, he's got a rapier, but a wizard would have a wizard's staff. But what's this? A club? Yeah, we're going to take a wizard staff just because it's thematically appropriate. It doesn't really matter. I always like the Cockney accent. Oh yeah, my son, fucking East End of London, innit? Although sometimes I cannot understand. Jason Statham's very well known. His latest movie, Hobbs and Shaw, can understand him much. Yeah, he's got quite an East End Hackney accent. Fear Batter is a cool Gaelic song on Witcher 3 in Ard Gaelic Iowa. It's very Gaelic. Yeah, Ouija's can be a bit difficult to understand, depends how thick the accent. Ouija's. I love that slang for Glaswegians. Ouija's. Then again, after living in Glasgow for 8 years, my friends told me that people don't understand each other anyway. Oh god, they've got dialects that vary based on which part of Glasgow you're in. Let's get the old... Actually, turn her into more of a... Nah, give her a bit more Arcana. And... History. A bit more useful than religion. What spells? Now, she's a druid specialty. She's a priest with a druid subclass. So what did she get? She got Minor Intercession. Oh no, that's a free spell she got this turn. Calls one aid or a priest god, restoring health, reducing durations and negative effects for all allies. Bloody blah. Lots of great choices here. Triumph for the Crusaders or Barring Death's Door. That might be useful for boss fights. Watchful Presence. Releasing a healing effect when near death. Warding Seal. I'm not a big fan of the seals. Oh Christ!
What a lovely day!
Exclamation mark hunt. Now, I don't understand each other. When you ask for a can of soda, they ask for a can of ginger and never say whether cola or lemonade or whatever. They say can of ginger. Actually, if you hear my accent, I always get mistaken for American, even though you can hear I'm from Northern Ireland. Exclamation mark hunt. Exclamation mark hunt. Command hunt in the chat. Command hunt in the chat. Also, Essex. Essex is the estuary accent. Like, kind of, I don't like that one. Like, it's a little bit mild, you know what I mean? That's a horrible accent. I can't stand the accent. It's one of the worst accents in the UK, in my personal opinion. Even though I have, like, great friends who are spiritual ally. Let's get an extra planar ally. Let's start getting some additional mobs running around, perhaps. Or, yeah, because Triumph for the Crusaders is a bit shit. What's this one? No, Litany for the Body. Meh. Yeah. I'll just take that. Don't really care. Oh, another weapon specialty. Alright, magical implements for you. Done. But only if I say certain words. Oh, with American, the Northern Irish. I can understand people making the mistake. Even I sometimes go, wait a minute, is that American? And then a couple more words come in, and then instantly I realise it's Irish. Right, after all that, we're going to drop a proper save. Big save. Over this Hasongo one. Carry on and press on with more of stuff now, because we've moved the main quest along a bit further. Top Hat Streets from Clacton Way. Yes. Right, we're now... Oh, look at this lighthouse we've restored. Is that going to show up on the map now? Oh, look at that. It even shows up on the map. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We've fully uncovered it now as well. Outstanding. What's up here? It's Cinder Bomb. Well, that was worth it. Came all that way up for a proper Cinder Bomb. I like how the glass is distorting them as they run past. Let's have a gander. Right. Cross back over here. And let's look at what we'll have to do next. Not really like that, Krayven. My mother's from mainland China and they learn American English, but oh, right, yeah, of course. Unfortunately, far more people learn English as a second language via media than learning in class. In Europe, everyone learns international English, which is basically an alternative word for British English. But in some other places, they teach US English as standard, as if there's such a thing. Huh. Oh, what's going on? Oh, the Naga are departing. The Naga are departing. That's nice, because we got a sort of good ending with them.
Don't let the door hit your scaly behinds on the way out.
Hands cupped over the sides of her mouth, Jyoti whoops loudly. Thanks very much, Jyoti. That's so helpful. Can we get out this way? Let's fast forward, because there's more of the island to actually check out and explore. So, yeah, Krayven. Fair enough.
As much as I like pretending nothing happened, perhaps we should talk about your episode with the Ardra.
Aloth casts a sidelong glance at you. Which accent do you guys consider the hardest one? like the one is the winner in this. Hardest in what way? Do you mean to understand, Drake? I was invited on the channel at one point. It was an early patron. I had my photo up on stream. Oh, that's cool. I think that's for everybody, Sapphire. So I think questions like that are open to everyone, and I'll try and answer. But can you just give us a bit more context there, Drake? Do you mean like the hardest one to understand? American tutors and media, especially in the Philippines and places like yeah, exactly. All right then.
You got something to tell us.
What have I done now?
You don't look like you're gonna be sick this time, so I take it that's a good sign?
I guess I better just be honest with you guys. So option 1, Aethys is heading to a place called Magran's Teeth. 2, I'm doing fine, really. 3, shrug, I'll live. It's strange. 4, it's strange, feeling part of my soul in the body of a god. 5, more than ever, I'm determined to find Aethys. 6, Aethys is not what I expected. Now, all of these are quite valid. Shrug, I'll live is a bit meh. 2, I'm doing fine, really, is not true. 4, it's a strange feeling part of my soul in the body of a god. I can't feel it. Basically, while it's in there, I can't feel it, so that's redundant. 5, more than ever, I'm determined. Well, that's just a very generic, shitty answer. Either option 1, where he's headed, or option 6. Aethys isn't what I expected. I'll have to tell them that he's where we're going anyway. For everyone, yeah, hardest one understanding. I'd say Northern Dublin or a Kerry accent. Yeah, there's something to do with speed. I'll have to think. I've never struggled to understand accents too much, so I'll have to give that question a thought. It's a good question. Yeah, anyone, folks, what do you find, and I'm assuming just generally in English, the hardest accent of any English-speaking accent? So regions of Britain, or perhaps regions of the United States, or English-speaking parts of like Africa and South Africa, or Australia, or New Zealand or Canada, any of the sort of main English-speaking parts of the world. What's the accent you find hardest to understand when they're talking? Aethys is not what I expected. Aloth frowns thoughtfully.
Any word from our giant Adra friend?
Oh, now I can use Deadfire Archipelago. Because I'm from Deadfire, I can say. So option 1, Aethys is heading to a place called Magran's Teeth. I have the knowledge. My character has the knowledge of Magran's Teeth, a notoriously perilous chain of volcanoes. 3, you'll have to follow me if you want to find out. 4, Magran's Teeth, and you better have a damn good explanation when we get there. 5 is going to Magran's Teeth. Does that sound dangerous to you? Because it sounds dangerous to me. The fact that I'm from here, so this is a home, rather than skill check, it's a home place check. I'm going to use that. It's notoriously perilous chain of volcanoes.
All the places he can go, and he chooses a spot named for Magran. What could he be thinking?
That's it, sorry, Magran, not Magran.
It feels like we're getting closer. I just don't know to what.
Well, we won't head there right away. We'll do a little bit more filler stuff and dialogue. Okie dokie. Oh my god, my fiance. Oh, hang on. My fiance said deep Glaswegian taxi driver. That's very valid. Actually, I met some US guys and they speak very fast. I have to admit, one of the accents that's super hard to understand from the US is Cajun. That sort of deep Florida that comes. It originally sort of comes from French, and it's got a very odd. It's like called a gator accent. It's like, it's all out this, yeah. It's like, it's so far south. It's a kind of swamp accent. And the Cajun accent, speaking English, is really, really tricky to follow. That's a fair shout, Sapphire. Sapphire's fiance. Not going to disagree with you there. That one's going to be tricky. Oh, by the way, as a boy from Devon, I have to pull up Devonshire. There's no such place as Devonshire. Devonshire is a term Americans use. The county's not called Devonshire. It's just called Devon. That's it. So it's a very small little thing, but it's like, oh god damn it. Not all counties in England are actually shires. Only ones that end with shire, like Oxfordshire, Wiltshire, Berkshire, Herefordshire, are shires. Other counties aren't. So Durham's not a shire, Devon's not a shire, and so on and so forth. Nah, don't worry, don't worry. It's not even a big deal. I only even mention it literally because I was when I was a little boy, I was originally in Devon. No worries. Y'all. Accents aren't even itchy now. Dialects. Well, it really depends, his marker. So those of you, if you're not already sure, dialect just means where words change, and accents means sounds. An accent is actually the way you say a word. So you can say a word with
Stale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run!
If the sound changes but the word's the same, that's an accent. But if you can have the same accent but a different word, and that's dialect. It really depends. England is famous for having quite a limited number of dialects, like about 16 official variations, but our accents change from town to town, and vice versa. If you go to Belgium, for example, or the Dutch-speaking world, Netherlands and Flanders, their accents don't change a huge amount from town to town.
What a lovely day!
There's a hunt underway, but the dialects change. The words they use can change 10 miles up the road or 10 kilometres up the road. I think the more we travel around the UK or army, more exposed to accents in case easy to understand. Bristolian is really deep. Oh, Geordie. Not even Geordie, but the guys who used to work in the pits, like the mines.
Look
they
at
had
our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they?
Oh, Sahira is such a cow. There's an old Geordie dialect that's not used very much anymore. It's called Pit Yakka, and that one's almost a sub-language in its own right. It's beyond... yeah, like they have on the Croc Hunter things on Blaze. They exactly, that's a Cajun accent, and it's nails. Louisiana, not Florida. Sorry, yeah. And Cajun is its own language. Louisiana French. Yes, but his marker, Cajun isn't... It's a sub-language. There's Louisiana French, but there's a Cajun accent as well as Cajun the language, and a Cajun accent speaking English is probably the hardest I can think off the top of my head to understand. New Orleans is Mississippi, I think. Cornwall, yeah. That's even further. That's right on the tip. Oh, I haven't even joined in. Exclamation mark hunt. That's why I said the Cajun accent as opposed to just Cajun. Look at our beacons. Yeah, blah blah. She looks up the lighthouse, giddy with relief. Option 1, given all that's happened here, you sound extremely confident. Option 2, I think you mean good job. 3, I have to admit, I'm tempted to give her a bit of snark because she does not have any right. They hid in here and got nothing done, and I did all the work. You underestimated the dangers here before, it'd be unwise to do so again. 4, never give up and never back down. Oh, there's a galaxy quest. Never give up, never surrender. I'm going to say, because she's gotten on my nerves a bit, I think you mean good job.
Of course.
Oh, I was a little bit prideful. She nods, but she's still staring up at the lighthouse. See, I had pride. Aloth massages his temple, shaking his head. Oh, chill out, Aloth. We deserved that. We did all the hard work. Oh, did we get exactly 6? Shit. New Orleans is the capital of Louisiana. Really, the Big Easy. Where am I thinking of that's Mississippi, then? Where am I thinking that's Mississippi? I get Mississippi and Tennessee confused quite a lot. New Orleans is Louisiana? Oh, God. I was well off then. I could have sworn it was like Mississippi or Tennessee. Macomb Sunderland accent. Oh, I've heard of Pityaker. Oh, the Macomb accent is not... Mind you, I went to university in Teesside in Middlesbrough, so Macomb's not too tricky. It's related accent. She finally turns to you.
The Hansanui will want to thank you personally for your help here. And she should also know what we're up against.
She eyes the dawn stars and the craterous footprint. Actually, I'm not going to tell them where I'm going. Where can I find the Hansanui? Probably back in Nekataka.
She's usually at the Brass Citadel in Nekataka. Though she gets called to the palace often, haggling with the Queen and the Valians.
I don't want to go and hand in any quest to her, so what I'm going to do is hand in the one to the Valians, because I hate the Rauatai. And then once this is the only thing left, I'll mention it to the Hansanui for the Royal Deadfire Company. Alright, farewell. I'm not telling you where I'm going.
Clear skies.
She crosses her forearms over her chest. Clear skies. I plan on going to Atlanta and Nashville in New Orleans. I should post up the Irish region YouTube video in Discord. Yeah, stick it in Crayflix Lounge. Go for it, Sapphire. That'd be cool. Better luck next time, everyone on the hunt. I joined in, and it was just enough to take us to a Stonecrusher Phoenix, and we all got beaten up. It's good to see you, Jody. Do they know me? They're nameless NPCs. Oh, there's Bien. Oh, look at them giving thanks.
Light of Aethys be upon you, neighbor. Are you looking for survivors?
Unlike the other survivors you've seen, this young man, despite a haggard look and a set of dirt-smeared tattered clothes, wears a calm face and speaks with a steady voice. Yes, actually. Oh, this is the guy we were after before we left. Yes, actually, my friend is looking for someone we were told might live around here.
A short lady, about my age. Came from Deerwood with her son. Let's see. Freckles, braids, usually. Punches you in the arm if she likes you. Face if not. Oh, that's if you're lucky.
Yeah, this is Edér got lucky with someone. It looks like he might have an illegitimate kid somewhere. So I heard different factions on this game and changed the story later on and all that. Yeah, exactly. I didn't look up so much that, but it becomes quite apparent, especially like the certain characters. Each one of your main companions usually represents one of the major factions in the game.
No, that doesn't sound like anyone.
The young man's face remains smooth, betraying neither surprise nor interest. Option 1, we're in the right place. You must know her. She has a son about your age. Ooh, this kid's got freckles. This kid's got freckles. Let's skewer him a little bit. We're in the right place. You must know her. She has a son about your age.
You gotta be her son. Got her nose and her freckles.
Oh, we found it. Nice one, Sapphire. Thank you.
You don't have to lie to me, kid. I'm a friend of your mother's. She hiding from someone? Maybe an ex-lover who gave her the best night of her life?
Oh, god damn it. I'm so gay for Edér. Option 1, you're protecting her, we understand. 2, we're going to find her whether you help us or not. 3, take my advice. You see someone like me, you tell them whatever they want to know. Got it? Nah, option 1. Neither one of those two options are what my character would say at all. You're protecting her, we understand.
No, I misspoke.
No, you didn't.
Forget it. Just tell me something. Your father, you know him?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Option 1, like Edér. Now, this is actually potentially the culmination of his companion quest. We've already finished Jyoti's. Like Edér said, we're a friend of your mother's. Option 2, relax. Edér's a good man, likes animals. 3, we're the last people you're going to see on Eora if you don't start talking. 4, I believe my friend may have had carnal relations with your mother a long time ago. Oh no, that would skewer him. He would die of embarrassment. Option 1 is just reinforcing. That's going to seem like bullying. I'm like, sorry, who are you? 2, relax. Edér's a good man, likes animals. It's a bit more casual. Go on then.
Lions, bats, and Orleans, to name a few.
Bear nods without a hint of humour or personality. What's this? Oh, racism. Lions, bats, and Orleans. The fact that he's named Orleans as animals. Palagina does not like that. Oh, Edér. That's probably soured your relationship with her a bit.
Yes, I knew my father when I was very young. He was a man of strong faith.
In Aethys, apparently.
Have to be. You get a lava mad, you need a god on your side for protection.
He was lost to us during the purges, which was how we came to flee here.
The purges, in the wake of the Saints' War, which was a war not long before the events of the first game, Deerwood mobs, particularly in rural areas, sought to kill all followers of Aethys, beginning in the town of Cold Morn, which is said to have permitted Widewind's forces to pass through without resistance. One of the characters you meet, the Devil of Karok, suffered in that particular thing. Aethasians were hunted down, tortured and murdered in the streets.
So you met him?
Bearn nods slowly. Edér ain't getting no avian love. Doesn't seem like it, does it?
Well, that's great. You had a dad.
A moment passes with Edér staring at Bearn with a strange, undulating grimace drawn back across his face. He clears his throat.
Where's your mother now? Got a lot of catching up to do.
Uh-huh.
My mother is with Aethys.
There's a trace of a smile that seems to come with the last word. Edér appears confused. Option 1, meaning what exactly? Option 2, she's at church. Option 3, maybe you hadn't heard, but Aethys is in a giant Adra statue walking along the seafloor. I think we're going to specify it sounds like his mother's died.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
More hunting. Don't forget you can duel and spin, and don't forget the standardized gambling built into the Streamlabs extension on the stream if you want to do pick a card or scratches. Meaning what exactly?
She passed the veil a few years ago. a flu.
Edér's jaw slackens. Oh no.
It's possible her soul has taken a new body by now, but if she was truly blessed, she marches instead beside the shining god.
The boy's hinted smile brightens, his eyes far away. Ah, so he's gone full Aethasian as well then. Edér's face has gone scarlet beneath his farmer's tan. His nostrils pulsate with each heavy breath. Oh, this is quite a shock to his system.
You lied to us. Said you didn't know her. Expect me to believe this now?
That's a point, actually. His story's getting a bit muddled. He takes a short step towards Bjorn, who takes 2 backwards. Yeah, Edér is a powerful dude. Right, so he goes, yeah, no one like that. Oh, she passed. Option 1, easy, he lost his mother. Option 2, it does look like he might be alone here. Option 3, how can he say it so coldly? Option 4, I don't think anybody'd go looking too hard for this kid if he went missing Edér. Now, let's not encourage Edér to beat this kid to a living pulp. There's no option for his story's not straight. It doesn't seem like he's met her. Do you know? To be fair, he was describing someone he was talking about a woman that he just thought we were talking about someone else, and then it moved over to be more about his mother. He might be thinking the first person we talked about is a different person, then we asked about his mother. Tricky. Oh, god damn it, 6 of us again. 6 of us again. So I just checked the Kerry accent. It was a report from a farm with some Irish guy who lost some sheep. Could understand just come back and then some scraps. That is really hard. Oh, Kerry accent. Yeah, that's one of the trickier ones. Oh, damn, Stonecrusher Phoenix are giving us a hard time today. I'm really not sure here. This is going to be his companion quest as well. I'm not going to agree that he lost his mother, but it does look like he might be alone here.
Well, he hides his grief pretty well, doesn't he?
That's a fair point. Edér stares the boy down and then turns away with a grunt and a not worth it gesture.
I'm not lying. She's buried on the other side of that hill.
He points northward.
How could she be gone?
Don't be troubled by her passing. All souls that march with Aethys receive his warmth and light.
Edér scowls. What do you mean march with Aethys?
Aethys has come to us twice now. Even Oblivion couldn't slow his march. We shouldn't have opposed his first coming. He meant to rally us under his banner.
Yeah, you're quite probably your dad is not the biggest fan of him anymore. Kid, you might want to ease down on the religiosity. And I watched some celebrities trying British accents. I am impressed when an American celebrity can make some British accent. Yeah, it's not really a two-way street. I find that British people can usually adapt to an American accent more than the other way around. Almost forgot about Danny Dyer. He's got a real East End accent. I've seen him mainly in the Hooligans movie. Yeah, he's got a proper sort of London accent. Okay.
I know a lot of Dead Deer Woodens who will be relieved to hear that.
Oh god, what do I say here? He destroyed then as he does now. We were victims of a quarrel of gods. Deerwood acted hastily. I'm going to take the neutral option because I'm not entirely sure what I'm committing to here.
And seeing what we've seen, it's hard to believe they got our best interests at heart.
True.
Aethys forced everyone to declare themselves as ally or enemy. Nothing more.
Kid.
Now he marches again, and we have a chance to correct our mistake.
Well, that's charitable.
I would like to have joined him when he passed this way, but I was weak. It won't happen again.
He's a voice actor in some games. I didn't know that. That's cool. So only one option. You seem confident in a god is causing a lot of destruction.
You can't build on broken foundations. Real change needs destruction.
Okay, this kid's a full-on zealot. He's going to be trouble.
I trust my god knows better than I do.
Idiot.
He knows truths I'll never learn.
No, he doesn't.
You got that right.
Oh, Edér with some shade.
I was once lost. I struggled as you do now. But the partisans of the lighted path have restored my faith in Aethys.
At this, Edér looks up at Bjorn. The partisans of the lighted path. Who the hell are these? Still, to watch the Braveheart movie, totally. Mel Gibson's Scottish accent in that is quite debatable, to be honest.
What greater honor than to march in his vanguard?
Who are the partisans of the Lighted Path?
We began as children of the Dawnstars, separated from each other as we questioned our purpose.
Oh, okay, so we've got a splinter faction of a faction. He voice acted Ken Paul in GTA Vice City and San Andreas. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because there were Scottish accents actors in Braveheart movie, but you can tell the Scottish actors because they've actually got Scottish accents. Bearing in mind, I appreciate though you're in Prague, so it's more obvious to British people the subtleties, whereas you're listening to it as a second language. So fair enough.
But then Aethys granted a vision to Gadarian Bosch. Bosch saw an illuminated path lighting the way through a black abyss.
The words fall from his mouth, bulky and awkward, as though someone else had stuffed them there. Yeah, this kid sounds kind of brainwashed.
And he saw Aethys marching on the path, and Aethys bade him to march alongside.
Not quite how I've been seeing it, but everyone's open to their own interpretations.
Because, yeah, Jyoti is a child of the Dawn Stars. So, Edér, let's see, that's pro-Aethasians. Edér points affably in approval. Palagina does not like... She's very... she hates being a godlike and she hates piety. Shakes her head and adjusts her clothing.
And the Shining God told Gadarian Bosch to gather an army of the god's truest followers and to prepare to lead it into battle.
Uh-huh.
You'd think after getting blown up, he'd slow down on the battling.
Option 1. Who does Aethys intend to battle? 2. How will you join Aethys when he marches beneath the sea? 3. Has this Bosch shown proof of his visions? 4. Why did you lie to us about knowing Aloth? I might just cut to the chase here. If you want a Scottish accent, yeah, Train Spotting. Train Spotting actually is a Scottish cult movie with proper Scots accent. Or the film Filth starring James McAvoy. Yeah. Let's see. Actually, I want to get to it. Why did you lie to us about knowing Aloth?
Gadarian Bosch warned us. Those outside the partisans may ridicule us and test our faith.
Sounds like a proper cult leader.
Especially our old families. And others close to him.
Okay, he's been fully inducted into a cult.
We've learned it's best to keep to ourselves and those with open minds, which relations and friends mostly aren't.
Oh, for God's sake. Has this Bosch shown proof of his visions?
Aethys himself has appeared in Deadfire in the form Gadarian Bosch foretold. That's more proof than any of his faithful could ever ask.
Okay.
What fortune to be given this opportunity. To know our God in the living world.
This kid's starting to really get on my nerves. Who does Aethys intend to battle?
We don't know. The end of the path hasn't been revealed to Gadarian Bosch yet.
I'm starting to get serious vibes of Gadarian Bosch as a parody of who was that con man who started Mormonism? Joseph Smith, that was it.
But to the faithful, shouldn't matter.
Uh-huh. Well, how will you join Aethys when he marches beneath the sea?
It'll be a great journey, but we're prepared.
That's not really an answer. It'd be a great journey drowning.
Gadarian Bosch knows the way.
Oh, Christ. Edér, did you get what you needed here? Edér takes a deep breath. He looks around. Then at Bien.
What a lovely day!
He nods tight-lipped. With the sound effects and stuff, folks, in the middle of bits of dialogue and stuff, try and keep that a little bit on the download. Cheers, guys. He nods tight-lipped.
We can go.
Okay. We'll be going.
Hey, kid. What was your name again?
Bairn.
Bairn.
Right. This lighted path fellow. Bosch. Sounds interesting.
Alright, we've got 5. We probably need 7 if we want to actually defeat a Stonecrusher Phoenix. Otherwise, probably guaranteed victory against Plated Dust Viper.
There's some way I can meet him?
He's usually on the move, rallying followers. But the partisans of the lighted path often gather in the Temple of Aethys in Nekataka.
Ah, okay.
I am soon to go there myself, in fact. There's an adherent there, Ogna, who initiates new partisans. No doubt she'd be pleased to help you.
Oh, I'm sure she will. Excellent.
Aethys needs able soldiers, even in their elder years.
Edér spits. Oh, this kid's a douche.
You should consider what Ogna has to say. It might speak to you.
He's been brainwashed, Stu. He's clearly been brainwashed. That kid just reminds me of that Japanese cult who released sarin gas in the subway. Yeah, this has got vibes of the Waco compound going on.
Farewell.
Quest updated, the lighted path. Right. Investigate the partisans of the lighted path. We've met Elifa's son, Ben, and learned that Elifa passed away some time ago. He seems to have fallen in with a Dawnstar sect called the Partisans of the Lighted Path, led by a man named Gadarian Bosch, who have some unusual militaristic views about Aethys' passage through the Deadfire. Despite the news of Elifa, Edér seems concerned now for her son and wants to investigate this sect. Ben referred us to a woman named Ogna in the Temple of Gorn in Neketaka who recruits new members to the Lighted Path. It looks like a lot of paths are taking us back towards Neketaka again. Ah, grats to myself, Sapphire and Darkens. Top work, folks, top work. Okay. Well, that was the other thing we needed in Hasongo, which is good. Right, let's just get the hell away from this annoying little douche. Pull out a bit, right. There's a couple more folks still to... Rautine Soldier. Rautine Soldier. Oh, God! Decadency! Christ. Lag! Oh, Decadency! Citizens, hit that legit, hit that legit. Welcome Decadency back to the ranks of the citizenry. Decadency, 9 months and a 9-month streak. That is another legit Cravenstown Twitch, baby. You are once again not just legit, you're Cravenstown legit. Enjoy the continued use of the emotes, and number 3 is well on the way now, thanks to yesterday's birthday stream. As always, legits for new citizens, welcomes for new residents, and the welcome command. Otherwise, use that legit as you see fit all over Twitch. The most common bit of gamer slang on the internet, and the only channel you'll get an emote that says it. Wave your all new golden flag loud and proud every time you chat. You are only 3 months away from the mighty red flag club of 1 year. You will be able to enter once again the monthly citizens giveaway on the first stream of the month. Prize draw at 8 PM. Show starts at 7 PM UK time. As you well know, don't miss it. You will maintain your access in Cravenstown to Citizens Towers and the perks therein. Because I already know your Twitch and your Discord accounts are linked. And last but by no means least, my undying appreciation and gratitude and welcome to the show. Lovely. So glad you got to catch the last hour or so of it. Oh, and for those of you who aren't already, if you feel so inclined, you can follow me at Krayven_Twitch on Twitter. There's the link right there. YouTube as well, if you felt like subscribing on there. I'm still putting all the videos up. I just need to release them in order, and one's currently blocked, but there'll be a splurge of them coming back out. And Instagram's Instagram. I'm posting on there a lot more regularly as well. And Decadency, now Decadency, as I was saying before, he's the fellow, he is the chap. And again, thank you so much since you found the place, you just re-up your citizenship, your sub every month, and I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you kindly. He is a bit of a Pillars of Eternity celebrity. He is the guy who got the world first on the hardest challenge in the whole game, the Ultimate. And it's so difficult that the first 12 people who get their name on a plaque in Obsidian's offices, and the first 50 get an official patch that I've defeated the Ultimate, along with a whole bunch of cool perks and special edition copies of the game, and the world first without any other videos, with all the proof and everything. What you had to do with it was ridiculous. It was Trial of Iron, Path of the Damned, all 12 God challenges activated, and you had to take on all of the mega bosses in the game as well. And oh god, the scale of what you had to do was insane. And our very own Decadency here did it ahead of everybody, ahead of absolutely everybody. And how you doing, mate? How's your weekend been? How's life treating you? It is great to see you. And if you don't already know, those of you who are seeing this game for the first time or a little while, sorry about the slight loading delay. It's a bit of a longer one. We are about to go back on the water. This game has a sailing component. Any hour now. There we are. Oh shit, what the hell? Okay, a lot of Rautines have shown up here. So this is the true world map. There's one named captain, right. A lot of them have just surrounded Hasongo. Sounds about right, Sapphire. Great quote. So you uncover part of this map. Here's the Citta capital city. This is as much as we've done. There's still loads left to uncover. Let's look at our journals where we actually need to go. Some quests I haven't taken care of yet. Yes, there are ship battles. Then they're real-time or turn-based when you go deck to deck and you board, but the rest of them take place in a graphic novel style setting, sort of turn-based with the graphic novel pages and stuff. It's very cool. We've done Poko Kahara. We've done all that. So that's back in Queen's Birth. So that's back in Nekataka. Goods and services. We've got to go. That's Nekataka. Food for thought. I still haven't gained Prince Aruihi's trust yet. Bounty Katren. That's in the sacred. Oh, we could kick her ass now. What's skipping ahead? Wait for the Animancers to finish recalibrating the machinery. That's in Nekataka. Deadfire Northeast, the last sanctuary. Travel to the ruins. Ah, now this is in the northeast. Prince Aruihi sent an expedition to investigate Motare Okozi, an island once used for shelter and sanctuary in the days of Ukaizo. Might have to bring what's his name into the party for that. That'll earn his chest. He waits in fire. That's in northeast as well. And Bacana's Folly, which is still really hard. Some northwest bounties. A lot of them, and a shrewd proposition. Oh, this is the Slaver Port. Sail to the Slaver Port in Crookspur. And Eldis has sent me a letter asking to meet her in Fort Deadlight. Might do that as well. I'd rather destroy the Slaver Port. And the Lighted Path. Right, that's back in Nekataka. Sorcerer and Gentleman. Where? Resupply at Sayuka. Where's Sayuka? Where the hell is Sayuka? Dunnage. Fort Deadlight. It doesn't say where. Unidentified location. Ah, there's... Oh, Sayuka's quite close by. If I could... There's Baina, whatever the hell that is. If I can get Bacana's Observatory, Ashen Moor, Motari Okozi, and what's this? Crookspur. We're quite close to Nekataka. Pauihi, Nomu the Marauder. Right, how the hell, first of all, do we get out of here? Oh, Christ. We're under assault. Hasongo is a mound of wreckage on the horizon when you see a dozen junks sailing towards you. Even at this distance, you can tell they're making good speed, right? This doesn't normally happen. Oh, Christ. Last person I wanted to see. One of the ships pulls up alongside yours and a well-dressed armored man approaches the edge of the deck. You recognize Atsura, the Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. Ah, bollocks. Fuck this guy. It's good to see you again. I see you continue to leave your mark. He is gazing toward Hasongo with a peculiar smile. The Adra beacon, visible even here, shines brightly. It can't be good, Kitsune. Hunt in the chat, folks. Darkens has started a hunt. Though it surprises me that you're still a stranger to many in Nekataka, I suspect that will soon change. Option 1, about that job you gave me. Option, well, I don't want to talk to him about the quest just yet, so what's this? It's a pleasure to see you again. It's not. You better say your piece and get out of my way fast. Tempting. What's this about? I'm just going to take the safe option. I want to extend a thanks to the Royal Deadfire Company for what you've done here. He raises one hand towards the Adra beacon. Oh, I don't want your thanks. You guys, you're the faction I like the least. You've restored a valuable asset. Whether or not that was your intention, he gives you a quick, sly smile. Oh, he's such a prick. New quest from the wreckage. Go to the palace at Serpent's Crown in Nekataka. The others at the palace will want to hear of this, no doubt. And you may as well take credit while the deed is fresh. I need to reach the Ashen Moor and Magran's Teeth. There's no time. Aethys went to the Ashen Moor and Magran's Teeth, so I must follow. I'm not giving that away, say nothing. Go to Serpent's Crown in Nekataka, and later, come and see me at the Brass Citadel. We can discuss your progress with issues of mutual interest there. Prick. At any rate, I have much to attend to, and it seems you do as well. Clear skies, Captain Krayven. Atsura nods as his crew makes ready to sail. Because you had to turn up here with an entire fleet just to say that, didn't you? Because crew makes ready to set sail once more. Oh, thank goodness. Right, have a look at the map here. Bina, is that a bounty? Let's check our bounties. Bounty Bina. Oh, it's going to be a harder one. It's still a sword with 2 skulls, so we're level 12. She's level 14. Bina, a dwarf mystic responsible for conning or killing anyone who gets too close, has been seen on an island southwest of Hasongo. There's a handsome bounty on her head. Ah, Stonecrusher Phoenix, myself, Duncan, Sean, and Kitsune all walk away with profit. Good work, everybody. He's such a prick. Bana sounds like the type to keep moving, but she seems to have been seen tarrying around an island. Right, we're right there. Let's go and handle this bounty. We need a bit more in terms of supply, repair supplies. We've got full shot, full medicine, lots of water, plenty of food, and the crew's morale is fantastic. Right, let's get to, there's an abandoned village. Let's see if we can sail through this little bit. So yeah, this is the sort of overworld component. It's rather fun. There's Bana. Oh, we can't cut through the shallows. And occasionally if you come across an unmarked, unknown island, what the hell is that? Right, Royal Deadfire Company. What flag are we wearing right now? Because the colours you depend where affects what people do. So I'm currently wearing my own colours, the Watcher of the Deerwood. Okay. He's had the Red Plague all his life. It's called being Ginger. That's one of the old ones from Darkest Dungeon, yeah. Right, this should be a bit of a tougher fight, so let's see how we do. Screw you, beetle bastards. Your parents never loved you. Hollow Knight. Yep, that's about right. Right, so she's a dwarf mystic. She's going to hit pretty hard, and she probably won't be alone either. Or if she is, she's going to hit very hard. Right, let's hide.
Dim in the lantern.
Dim in the lantern. Oh, what's his face? Before we do that, Aloth wants to talk to me.
Great and terrible things are at work.
Krayven.
And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it.
Then why do you keep hanging out with me? Aloth is twisting the edge of his sash between his hands, a purposeful frown on his face.
The Rawatayans we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo.
Yep, probably.
But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers.
He watches you uncertainly, his brow furrowed. Others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers. Option 1, so. Option 2, I have to report truthfully. 3, I'll tell them what they need to hear. 4, I'm worried what that will lead to. 5, what I say makes no difference. 6, I don't have any. I have to report truthfully, or I'm worried what that will lead to are both options. I think option 2 is most in character. I have to report truthfully. Chaser hits as hard as an emphysemic kitten's piddle. Yep, in Cuphead it really does. I have to report truthfully.
You make it sound so simple.
He spreads his hand in exasperation. And that was dutiful. Palagina holds up her hand, rubbing the tip of her middle finger against her thumb and nodding.
Don't you worry what will come next? What events you might move forward?
Again, Palagina nods, the corner of her mouth turning to a faint green. Let's see, option 1, what is this really about, Aloth? Option 2, if I thought about it that much and never do anything, that's kind of reckless. Option 3, what someone else does with my words is on them, not me. That's to an extent, but that's not again in character. 4, of course, that's why I choose my words carefully. 5, I doubt my response will mean anything irrevocable. No, at times it has been irrevocable things, including death and all kinds of stuff. Option 4 fits. Don't you worry about what will come next. That's why I choose my words carefully. I'm going to say option 1 because he's kind of getting at something here. Oh, you had an I in front of the quote there, Kitsune. This is that quote is I quote is just like a quote, but it costs 4 times as much, even though it's the same. What's this really about, Aloth? He sighs through his nose, his lips pressed together.
It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding.
He rubs the back of his neck. Respected genitalia. I was probably that was respective. Oh well, maybe it was respected genitalia. Oh god, no. You had to get that one.
I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge.
Ah, yes, you did. Now this is again related to his companion quest.
As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region.
I have no idea. I have no idea his marker. Each one of my streams is 4 to 6 hours, and that one is a good 2 weeks ago. Oh, Darksiders 2, Christ. Oh, that was in the Crucible. That was in the Crucible. That was in the Crucible. I wouldn't be. I don't know who put that in, but that was on the 1,000 follower, the 1,000 resident stream when we were having that big battle with all the awesome music everyone was selecting in the background. So I was just, I'm not a cannibal. Okay, well that's jolly good. As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region. Actually, yeah, from the first thing, I thought you were looking for a particular lead and key group.
Yes, and how better to draw them out.
Fair enough. Right up the bum pipes. Like Barbie Girl, Krayven. Exactly like Barbie Girl. You're the ones who add these quotes without context. It's all your own fault, folks.
Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail.
A spark of pleasure gleams in his eye. That's smart.
Merely a first step.
Still, his ears redden.
After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition.
Just for those who don't know, Old Valia. So Grand Valia was a sprawling and culturally rich empire with Valian colonies settling far north and south of Irglanfath. However, problems with the empire's Edér and expansion efforts, along with steep economic decline, led the Valian colonies to secede in 2641 AI, establishing themselves as the Valian Republics, a confederacy of allied city-states. For the next century, Grand Valia collapsed into Old Valia as more and more nobles and heir retainers fled the empire, many of them emigrating to the Deadfire. Initially trying to survive as merchant ships, these immigrants eventually descended into piracy as their trade networks decayed and they were taken over by nascent Valian and Arautine colonies, which has become essentially the Principi Sen Patroni. I thought more about the Leaden Key in the particular composition, mostly lunatics in robes, as I recall. No, I'd say go on.
It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
TDG, thank you so much for the host. Is that a regular host? Is that just a host or a multi-person host? Oh, Dungeon Select. 16 people coming in. It was a multi-person host.
What a lovely day!
Right, I'll just have to tab out there and give folks a welcome. It's kind of, do the welcome command anyway. It's a raid, but not quite. 2 seconds. Well, welcome in from Dungeon Select, folks. So exclamation mark welcome. Sorry, normally the raid alert goes off for that kind of thing. Welcome. Laura, thank you so much for the host of Cravenstown Minions cheering your honours. TDG, thank you so much. Of course, the Pillars of Eternity is a natural follow-on from Dungeon Select. How did it go? How was the quest? How is it progressing? All right, I've got to do some level selection. Shout out Seta Koiba, thank you so much for the host as well. So LSSO that. Dutch Geek. For those of you who don't know me, you've come over from Dungeon Select and Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome. My name is Krayven. I'm a pure variety streamer of games and art and live reading. You're watching Story Sunday. Oh, good God. Well, right, I'll do the shout-outs in a second. Keep the welcomes coming. We've got a back-to-back raid and host. Welcome again for Evil Fluffy Tuna. Right, I'll just do it for everybody. More welcomes from a tuna raid as well. My God, everyone's rocking up. Yo, kitty. How you doing? Exclamation mark, welcome. Exclamation mark, welcome. Kitty, thank you for the host. Tuna, how you doing? Right, we're gonna take a little moment to take care of some shout outs and all that kind of stuff. Tuna, right, for everyone who's just come over from Dungeon Select, I'm one of the official Level Select streamers, and we'll do some Level Select shout outs for all my lovely other regulars and founders, official streamers and founders over there, and to Evil Fluffy Tuna's crew who've just come over with the raid. Thank you so much. You are in the Cravenstown streaming complex watching Story Sunday. We're on part 2, the narrative game side of things, with Pillars of Eternity 2 for some pure RPG action. Oh, a happy belated birthday. I hope it was a good one. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Kitsune, Darkins, and Stu on getting some cred profits, taking on a plated dust. Viper, Kitty, and everyone who's been hosting. Thank you so much. Rainbow wings indeed. All right, let me scroll back up. Oh, also, happy belated escape. Yes, my 34th anniversary of my escape from the womb. What's cooking, dude? Yo, double Ed. Cooking, Pillars of Eternity 2. We're just going through a more dialogue and lore for Aloth's companion quest, and then we're going to take on a slightly tougher bounty that I just discovered where I was at. Right, now I've got to scroll back up in the chat and do all my shout outs and things. So, first of all, some LSSO stuff for that Dutch Geek. Now everything's calmed down a little bit, because right before you came in, Tuna, we just have the Level Select Dungeon Select guys rock up and do things. So Mr. That Dutch Geek, who was probably usually is the host, he's the Dungeon Master, does GTA 5 roleplay, a variety of other different games, very chilled out dude, and hosts the Dungeon Select things as well. You should go and check him out. Seta Koiber as well, LSS, oh, not too many S's, LSSO, Seta Koiber. What were you actually? God, the Level Select shout out doesn't say which games you were playing. So, guys, those of you I'm shouting out, please feel free to say what you've been playing. Setakoib is another lovely dude, variety streamer as well. Most of the people from Level Select are variety streamers, and I like them. Laura K, one of the other founders as well, who's taking part in the Dungeon Select stuff as well. Laura K, Club 483. She's lovely. By the way, Laura, your new hair looks amazing. It went from this vivid electric blue to this kind of rainbow purple, pink, everything, and some pictures went up in the Level Select Discord, and I thought it looked very impressive indeed. And then. Without forgetting, I know the host one does. Yes, I've got one shout out command does, and then my special Level Select one doesn't. Oh, the goddamn scrolling when you're in. That was Stewie. That Mr. Burns, is that you or Stewie? It was a bit of a couple hunt and Stewie. What's cooking? Double Ed. It's lovely to see you as well. And with Kitty was last doing Gears 5, and Laura was last doing Apex Legends, and TDG was doing Dungeons and Dragons, and Setakoiba was doing Pokemon Emeralds. There's something for everyone. And then last, by absolutely no means least, a shout out for Evil Fluffy Tuna, one of my longest standing supporters and residents, and a streamer in his own right, who has been doing some Borderlands 3. I'm surprised how few people of everyone I've followed has actually been doing Borderlands 3. I thought it was going to be more. I thought I was going to be just seeing Borderlands 3 everywhere on my list. But how are you finding that, Evil Fluffy Tuna? And one last thing, raiders, those of you who came in with a raid, well, if you come in on the host, thank you for hitting go to channel if you decided to come over here. If you came in on the raid, if you can do me a small favor, if you can hit that link and or remove the refer a raid bit and hit F5, and that'll count towards my view count right away. That's very much appreciated. Most of your list is Borderlands. Well, I guess I follow quite a diverse bunch of folks who do different things. So yeah, fair enough. That's my PC can't even run at that. It's good times. I figure most games are when you're doing co-op. See, I would want to go at my own pace, so that's why I do Borderlands 2 solo. Anyhow. People came over for fantasy gameplay, not me prattling on. So let's just, oh my goodness, lots and lots of things. What a wave of support. Thank you so much, Randy Bitchford. I think it's not Greedfall that may be populating on... I think it's not Greedfall. What is Greedfall again? Or maybe that's just my selection. Plus, some people prefer the antagonist and some prefer Handsome Jack. I have no idea about it. I haven't been watching it because I don't want to spoil too much of it for myself. Okay. It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure. He clasps his hand behind his back and begins pacing.
I hope you got a while, because I got lots to say about their motives and methods.
I don't doubt it.
Relax, Edér. I'm not defending them.
He turns back to you.
That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been.
Uh-huh.
To think I could undo the leaden key without understanding how it works.
And that is anti-leaden key. Edér nods in agreement. So option 1, listen. Option 2, how the leaden key works. How would you learn about that? I'll just listen to him. He's got plenty more to say.
I found references to an ancient leaden key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible.
Interesting. Yes, I'll be at Twitch London. I never miss it, come hell or high water, if I possibly can, Kitty. If so, we need a picture. Did we not get one together last time? Not even just a group one. I could have sworn DJ took a group one. But yes, Kitty, if a one-on-one together, we absolutely should. Let's hold me to that. Just put me in a headlock and get me in a selfie. No problem. But yes, I'll be at... the Key Street at Waterloo for sure. I know it very well indeed. Greedfall is like Assassin's Creed, but with politics and factions. Oh, interesting. It kind of flew under my radar a little bit. We did, but I never took one because of the paint. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, the lodging is not quite ready yet, Sean. Okay, so one of the oldest leaden key cabals.
And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia.
Theos was the main baddie from the first game, Theos X Arcanon. He watches you eagerly, waiting for that to sink in. Option 1, very well, how do we find them? Option 2, you think that by observing them you can learn how the leaden key works? Or 3, so they're old. Option 3, so they're old. What does that matter? Well, I'll ask number 2 first. So you think that by observing them you can learn how the leaden key works?
And how to destroy it, yes.
Again, that's a nice little perk of relationship, because all the characters, your main companions, have relationships with one another, and depending on their prejudices and preferences is how they affect their relationships with one another. It's quite cool. Sean says, I'm off now, Krayven. I'll see you later. No worries, Sean. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching the show. I will be back tomorrow, 7 PM for Mellow Out Monday and Fallout New Vegas. And of course, the weekly schedule graphic will go up in Cravenstown and on my Twitter and Instagram as well. Absolute pleasure having you as always. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, good sir. And Sapphire, is Twitch London a meetup or any other Twitch meetups? It's not only for streamers at all, Sapphire. It's open for everyone. So streamers, friends, moderators, the whole works. And Twitch London is the only community meetup in all of Europe, and it's the biggest one in the whole world, because most other places in like the States only have their regional ones, but because TwitchCon didn't even come to Europe until this year, Twitch London is a community, so it's not officially owned by Twitch, but they're allowed to use their branding. But Twitch London is fantastic. You can rock up alone or just with a friend, and you'll make 10 more by the end of the night. And obviously, if you're going, I'm going, make sure you let me know, and we'll get a drink and all that good stuff. Every time I go, I always miss more people, and I see more people. There's just so many friends to speak to. Take care of yourself, Sean. But yeah, it's really awesome. It's for absolutely everybody. You can meet your favourite streamers who you know are going, meet other people in the same communities you're in, just hang out, have some beers. And there's something for everyone. There's different activities. There's, if you want to have a quiet LANing session, you can. If you want to chill and chat, you can. If you want to dance and drink, you can, and like get food and everything in between. Yeah, well, in Cravenstown, in Cravenstown Central in Discord, you'll see there's the IRL events port, and it's not a part of town that's used very often, but whenever I'm doing something like a convention or a meetup or a Comic-Con or something like that, I always post in there, and anyone else who's got shared interests can catch me there. And also, if you're doing something and you're going somewhere, anyone else in the community is perfectly valid to go and use that to meet up with other folks that they started to become friends with and sort of develop real life friendships from the community we have here on Twitch. But whenever I'm at Twitch London, yeah, I do stuff in there and I make sure I try and catch people. Might not be able to. It's twice a year as well, Sapphire, so there's a winter one and a summer one. So if you can't do it this winter, the next one will probably be June 2020.
Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks.
I think we've encountered them briefly.
I haven't met anyone here who knows that name.
We had a fight in an ancient temple with a bunch of painted masks in Muppet. Ah, the Wahaki of Oreo Quiki paint their faces. What are the Wahaki again? An aggressive and isolationist Huana tribe, the Wahaki have consistently pushed back against the Valian and Rautine efforts to expand into the outlying islands of the Deadfire archipelago. Oh, good for them. The Wahaki of Oreo Quiki paint their faces.
Truly? Then perhaps we'll find something there.
Ah, the painted masks. Yeah, that is Aloth's companion quest. Hope sparks in his blue eyes, and he looks to you. We'll go.
Thank you.
He smiles warmly, but there's a hint of trepidation in his expression. And dutiful, Palgina holds up her hand, rubbing the tip of her middle finger against her thumb and nodding.
Anyway, it's late. I suppose that's enough from me.
Oh, damn. Stu's the only one who walks away with a profit from the plated dust viper. Nice. Oh, yes. That is indeed. Right, excellent. There's a nice update there. Now.
Watcher, if you have a moment.
Oh, for the love of God,
I'd
can we
like
not
to
just...
tell you something.
Can we not just punch this bounty in the face, please? Why is every one of my companions piping up with their problems right now? Hey, Phoenix. Huzzah!
I appreciate that you have been helping me. Helping the Republics.
The Republics. It's pronounced Republics, love, but okay.
I know that you have an important purpose in the Deadfire. And that purpose is not the same as ours.
True, but I prefer the Valian Trading Company somewhat more than the Royal Deadfire Company. You're marginally less bastards.
Still, I hope you can see the potential the Republics have to do good here.
Option 1, I do. The Republics are doing good work here. Option 2, there is potential, yes, but the situation is complicated. Very a nice specific answer that's nuanced and fit. Option 3, don't get ahead of yourself. We have a long way to go before we're out of this. Option 2, there is potential, yes, but the situation is complicated. That's completely in character. I'm going to stick with that.
Quite. But I trust you will continue to support us in the future.
Well, I don't want you to abandon the party, so I'll do it as far as I can. She smiles and nods faintly to you, but a whisper of suspicion twitches in the corner of her mouth. Oh, well, please yourself.
Gores.
Gores. A Valian farewell, a literally contraction of go with the gods. Alright, can we punch stuff in the head now? Marvellous. Hydrate yourselves, guys. Hydrate Bod is on vacation, that's true. Actually, greedful diplomacy is just like this game. Huh. I might become the new superhero Cravenstown. Batman ESK, as in rich, not superpowers. By all means, Phoenix. I think Darken's got a bit of a head start on you there with his 140,000 billion creds, though. Okay, let's get the whole party together and actually commit some acts of atrocious violence. Right, so...
Careful. Look.
Ooh, Goldpact Paladin, but they're only one level above us, so what, we're like level 12, so they're level 13. It's a bunch of Goldpact Paladins. Another Goldpact Paladin, a mercenary Cypher. So we've got 2 Paladins, a Cypher, a Priest. So they're a bunch of mercs, and then this dwarf, Baner, who's level 14. Right, let's go and punch them in the wiener. I think... if we can charge Edér in.
There's something I can do.
Yes. Stealthy, stealthy, stealthy.
Look there.
Bam. In. Done. Right. Now they're all facing the big meaty tank. Darken's gonna be my... Darkens, I don't know how you feel about that, mate. Phoenix's sidekick. Okay, now, if I'm quite clever about this... I can get a cool Flagellant's charge and get some extra damage. So Krayven will run up to there. He should be able to charge to here. So we'll put Swift Flurry, Enduring Dance, and Thunderous Blows. You guys know the drill. And the Flagellant's Path.
How do you like that?
Bang. Slaps them for a bit of damage. Sickened and weakened. Wow. Goldpact Priest, a level above us. We almost got half his health down. Take out the Priest first. The Cypher also needs to go down because they can dominate. And that kind of stuff. Quote. And right, let's go and punch them in. I knew that would be quoted. It could be a fellow hunter. That's a good quote. That's a good quote. I like that one. It doesn't need any context. Alright, enter in there. Jody. Guided by the light. Right, we've got a lot of things to fight. Let's bring her as far forward as we can. Taking off stealth mode because otherwise it halves our travel distance. Now, what do we open up with? She's got some tasty new spells. Minor Intercession, Salvation of Time, Pillar of Holy Fire, Spiritual Ally, an extra planar ally loyal to the priest. I wouldn't mind the bonus tanking from that. Yeah, go on then. Throw that down there. And that'll come up before they get a chance to attack because we charged in and caught them by surprise. Caught them surprised, not surprised. Okay, Aloth, after all your prattle, can you do something spectacularly useful, please? Get to, I reckon, a bit of bounty spells and be alright. You can just run forward to about here. It's exclamation mark creds. For the meta command. If you're ever stuck for cred, Phoenix, look at the stream title. Every stream title has always got the cred command and the help command included in it. Right, some free actions. I think a flame shield is a good bet. It's quite an expensive one now. I don't want to waste all my good spells on free stuff. Arcane reflection, minor, or do we do a major? A full arcane reflection. We only get one of those. Or do we do Ninagauth's Freezing Pillar? He's only got one level 6 spell. Gaze of the Adragan, Death Ring. It's only good if they're near death. Chain Lightning. What's the range on Ninagauth's Freezing Pillar? It's substantial. I have to wait until they all run into range to do that. I think perhaps Arcane Reflection's a better bet, in case any spells come his way. Creates a reflecting hostile targeted spells. Oh, hells yeah. Do it. It's a free action as well. Right. That's his two big ones gone.
Yesterday I saw a guy spill all his Scrabble letters on the road. I asked him, what's the word on the street?
Oh, for God's sake. Love it, Sapphire. That's brilliant. Folks, we haven't had too many dad jokes and shit jokes tonight. Let's get some of them in. Concussive missiles. That's crush damage. Right, they're weak against pierce. What have we got that's pierce damage? Crackling bolt. No, it's just pure electricity. Have we got anything that's pierce damage? Necrotic lance. Corrode damage. Let's unload on Baner. Try and get a bit more damage down.
I am ready.
Right, Palagina's got a double-handed mace and is generally slow as balls. Oh, with a bit of effort, she can get in here. Paladin versus Paladin. Let's go. Who's got the more holier power? Sorry, who's got the more holy power? That was terrible grammar.
Death to those who oppose the republics.
Yeah. Bang. Immune and miss. I didn't hurt him too much, but hopefully the rest of them will run in on Edér.
Hey.
I can change his stance. He's currently in... Yeah, no, he's in mob stance. That's good. Okay, end turn. Necrotic lance. God damn it. She's 2 levels higher, so it misses more easily. Oh, a bit of a slowdown there. Oh, look at that spiritual ally we just summoned. He's a bit of an animal.
Did you hear about the actor who fell through the floorboards? He was just going through a stage.
Oh, for God's sake. Love it, Sapphire. Brilliant. How's a hurricane similar to a marriage? At first there's a lot of sucking and blowing and then you lose your house. Oh, God. Brilliant. Brilliant. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Okay, some Out of the Fire is probably a good bet. If we can yank... I want to keep her in melee range because she's a powerful mystic. Right, this is a free action. We'll activate Refreshing Defense. Can he reach with that one? He can't. Let's grab that priest who's now dazed. We can just take her hits. I don't want the priest healing people. Oh, we haven't rested, so we can't do Call the Clutch to get our pet dragons. Damn it. We could floor them both, though. Let's try and...
I need something stronger.
It knocked her back, but it didn't knock her prone. Oh, no, she's down. She's down. Okay, the Goldpact Priest. Reduced healing. Ouchie. Okay, we can try and interrupt that with a stun. And that Paladin's put, how strong is us? Wow, the spiritual ally's tough. How's a thief and a wife similar? Go on then. Oh yeah, so we don't get to control a... Oh, we do! So spiritual ally, summon duration 5 rounds. Exalted focus, he's now got gilded enmity on him, which is basically the equivalent of a sworn enemy for the gold pact. So he's got corrosive breath and heal. Oh wow. Corrosive breath. Hells yeah. How about melting inside your armor, gold pack boy? They both take all your valuable stuff. Fair enough. Wow, Stu, that's a solid amount already. Thank you so much. Right, Holy Meditation coming in. Oh, it's made them all resolute. That's quite a nice buff as well. Damn it. Can we interrupt her? She's got a lot of buffs going on now. Oh, damn it. That corrode damage did nothing to the Goldpact Paladin. All right, Jyoti, run into the middle.
All right.
Nothing's hitting too hard. I think we'll do a circle of protection.
So that's how it's gonna go.
Okay, Goldpact Priest. Krayven's still got his buffs, so he's got Swift Flurry, Druid Dance, Thunderous Blows for another round. I could send this priest flying, or I could stun these guys. He won't get an attack of opportunity because he's got a crossbow, and he's already cast his Holy Meditation. So what I'm reckoning to do is come to here and do Raise Torment on him.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't stun the Goldpact Paladin. Damn it. If that had landed, it would have stunned him, taken him out for a turn. Never mind.
Of course.
Aye.
Alright, Aloth. Where should we stick you for some AoE? Let's get you round to about there. I want him to kind of be pulling... I want him to start getting targeted by magic spells because he'll bounce them all back off his shield. So let's start pissing some people off. Tentacles aren't that great for interrupting. That Cypher's a problem for sure. Can we do Form of the Helpless Beast on Kith? Oh, we can. Yeah, let's take care of that Cypher with a transforming into a harmless little pig for a few turns. Right, Bane is going to do what? Damn, it's going to go towards... that's going to go towards Edér. Right, that damn Goldpact Paladin. Don't know where he thinks he's going. Inspired Beacon. Bathe yourself in holy light. It's not a free action. Blinding enemies in the immediate area. Yeah, go on then. I think... Oh, we haven't turned this on. Body blows. Dealing less damage but lowering the target's fortitude. Yeah, fine. We'll turn that on. What's this? Abjuration. Oh, that's only for destroying spirits. I think Inspired Beacon. If we can blind this guy, it will really help. Right, so that one's... That's tanking, off-tanking that other paladin quite nicely. Edér can take it. Edér can take the hits. Okay, we're not going to do that stupid breath attack. It was rubbish. Let's see what a direct damage does. Okay, this summon thingy is really pathetically weak. Okay, it's just going to keep one of them preoccupied, and that's about it. The Mercenary Cypher. Oh, I decided... Oh, he's trying to build... focus. He's trying to build focus so he can absolutely his better. Hey, the Mercenary Cypher's now a sheep. Mercenary Cypher. He's only got one round of it, but it's interrupted him. Edér, yes, charge her before she gets off her ability. So, refreshing defense, concentration. Oh, we're gonna do one more charge, but this should floor her. Wham! Stunned and interrupted. Perfect. But now we're going to need to do an Empower because he's lost all of his good abilities. He's only got Power Pool of 5, Discipline Pool for a fighter. Let's see if we can grab this lad, pull him back in. She's stunned for a turn, she won't do anything. Goldpact Priest is back on. Solid turn, solid turn. Other Goldpact Priest will do what? Start trying to do things. She's out of stun. Inspired Beacon. Blanked and disoriented. Yeah. Okay, Jyoti. We're not getting hit too hard. What else has she got that can do some straight up damage? Or perhaps we can do a nice Champion's Boon while the effect lasts. Or perhaps we can do Wicked Briars. Oh, pierce damage. Pierce damage, yeah, they're susceptible to that. Wicked Briars looks promising. Thorny Vines in the ground, causing persistent pierce damage to any in the area of effect. Oh, that's going to hurt us as well, but... Alright, Krayven will just get clipped by that. I'll send him somewhere else. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, throw it about there. Oh, that's going to take a long time to cast. Christ. All right.
How may I help?
All right, Aloth. Yeah, you should have an interrupt. You should have some kind of interrupt spell. Yeah, Thrust of Tattered Veils. This attack cannot miss and will reliably interrupt. That's what I'm after. That, right now. Bum. Done. Right. What?
Right here.
I just cast interrupt on him. How did that still go off? How have you got watchful presence, you dick? Fine. Be that way. Right, Krayven's not going to get clipped anymore. Enduring Dance and Thunderous Blow. Oh, Swift Flurry's still up. You know what, fuck it. Just punch this thing. Bang, bang. They're a lot tougher. That first charge did really well, but they are quite hard.
Yeah?
Let's focus them down one at a time. It looks like Baner's not such a thing. Refreshing defense. We're not taking very much damage from them, but they're taking a lot of our abilities. Pierce damage. Try penetrating strike. It's only got to be slash damage, but still. Priests are squishy. That's what we're going for. It's only a hit as well. Didn't even crit. Alright, Priesty boy. They're starting to get a lot of buffs up on themselves. A lot. He's still targeted. Right, another Eternal Devotion. Okay, that Paladin's immune to a lot of things. Perhaps I should leave him alone and deal with the priests. It's a better plan, I think, to deal with the spellcasters first. Oh, he's made the other one quick. And he had a chance to turn around and slap my off-tank. Apparently, it's not going to get an attack of opportunity back. I'm tempted to just come over and try and batter the priest instead. Fuck it. Yeah, he's doing a lot more damage to the squishy priest. The guys in full plate armor are taking almost no damage. Oh, he did his little sheep attack on me. Oh, he's back up now. But we've stopped that side from doing anything unpleasant. Oh, that was... Oh, shit. That was a full healing beam. Okay, that's healed a lot of them back up more than I would have liked. Oh, one of them's already bloodied. Right, so he's about to do the same trick and try and blind a couple of our guys. Right, Jyoti.
Yeah?
Did that heal or... No, still bloodied, right. Anything that's bloodied, we can potentially one-shot. So... Blessed Harvest. Let's just kill this dude.
Lavaru, be on seek.
Down you go. 1-0, team us. Okay, flanked and disoriented, and our other little dude is flanked and blinded. Is Krayven in the thorns? He isn't. Okay, let's just keep beating up this priest. Enduring Dance is still up. Let's have another Swift Flurry and Thunderous Blows from our wound pool. Bam, bam. Oh, so nearly down.
Aye.
Aloth, can you finish this idiot off? She's taken very little yet. Let's not split our fire too much. He's as yet unengaged. Miniletta's bounding missiles. Let's throw another one of these, the concussive missiles. Mercenary Cypher. It might help finish off the priest as well. So we're going to have the Cypher. Oh, he's still trying to shoot us in the face. That's fine, as long as he's not doing his domination abilities. Good. That guy's fully focused on our disposable...
There's a walloping!
That's a good hit. Down goes the other priest, freeing up Krayven to start battering the Cypher. Right. Edér, do an into the fray. I don't want both those paladins. Grab him. And then just turn around and hit her. Okay, she's quite tough. She's very nimble. It's that 2 levels difference right there. Quer. That one's still targeted. We got a couple of bonuses on, but not very many. But we'll reduce his fortitude bit by bit. Oh wow, that's oh Christ. Perhaps we should just off-tank this one and then focus down Baner, because the paladins are really heavily armored. Spiritual ally. Go for someone squishy. Well, actually, you know what? How many more rounds are you up for? 2 rounds. You're not damaged enough to bother healing yourself, so... Just hit this guy. Oh, wow, that's pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Krayven, you can do better. Swift Flurry, Thunderous Blows. Oh, his Enduring Dance has worn off. That's annoying.
Of course.
Bang, bang. Right, he's still stuck in the thorns. We'll leave that there. Jyoti. Any one of that. The Paladins are still healthy, as is she. The only one who's still... Oh, that one's near death. Right, we'll do the other ones. Just finish him off. Right, it's just the meleeers left now. Spells are less of a problem. Okay, let's... what's he got? Form of the Helpless Beast. Wall of Force. Crush damage and hobbles enemies. And they're all in a nice, pretty little chorus line. But only enemies. It leaves allies unscathed. Yes, please. Right there. If we can keep them tanked there, that's going to really, really be worth the price of admission. Okay, good. He stayed in the column. Keep hitting Edér. Edér's got tons of health. Okay, he's getting ready to cast. Right. Krayven can come round from this side and be punching the shit out of her. He's targeted. Just turn around and hit that one. Or, you know, miss. That's fine too.
Tell me.
Palagina's doing nothing to these plated guys, so I reckon send her this way. Sworn enemy.
Death to those who oppose the republics.
Eternal Devotion. Bang. Oh, that's more like it. Even with a Graze, she's doing way more damage to Bana. Yeah, that's a better plan. Spiritual Ally. Can he do one more Corrosive Breath? Yeah, let's like try and nail them both with that. Bana will get a chance to do something. Oh, she's gonna punch Edér. That's smart. Inspired Beacon. That's gonna blind a few of us. Oh, okay, crap. Edér's blinded. Didn't need that. But that Wall of Force, one's hobbled. It's not doing much damage. Okay, probably best not to run through the briars. If I can, fuck it, just go through it. Okay, let's focus fire her down. Oh, actually, he won't get hurt by the Wall of Force. So, raise Torment.
Now, where were we?
Because we could start... I could potentially chain stun the Paladins. I could stun lock them like a rogue in WoW. Alright.
Hey, let's talk this over.
Oh, yeah, the briars are still sticking around and hurting. They're only hurting Krayven and nobody else. What can she do? What can she do? Despondent Blows would be a good one. Make their hits a lot weaker. And it's yellow, so it can only affect enemies, won't affect allies. I think we've got this in the bag. It's just going to take a little bit of time now. What else we got? Let's do expose vulnerabilities, make them all look a bit softer and squishier. Right, one of them's stunned, so he doesn't get to do anything. Right, Palagina, just keep bashing on Bana here. Be the bane of Bana. Right, Goldpact Ally is going to do what? Ah, it's fine. We haven't used any of our healing yet. Spiritual Ally, he's got one go left. Let's not waste it on the Paladins. They just shrug off the damage. Just smack Bana. For 3 damage and no penetration and a graze. Great, great, cool. Despondent Blows, does that hit all of them? It did. Awesome. Soul Strike. Lowering their defense's penalty becomes more potent with the metaphysics skill. Let's Soul Strike one of these idiots. Nope, that was pathetic. Great. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. She's supposed to be a Dwarven Mystic, but she hasn't cast a single freaking spell. It is a cool spell, this Wall of Force, isn't it? Looks like that missed... Did that miss us or miss them? Oh, the exposed vulnerabilities went up. That's cool. What we got left? What we got left? Miniletter's bounding missiles. Why not? It's quicker to cast. Right, just Krayven, just keep doing what you're doing. You're hitting quite well. Enduring Dance is up. Thunderous Blows is just wounds. Don't think we need Swift Flurry much anymore. We'll go for Raise Torment. I want to do that chain stun. Yes, they won't get to do anything. Bit by bit we'll kill her and they get to do nothing this turn.
Now that never happens.
Ouch. Right, let's do Holy
Did
Radiance.
you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He just needed a little space.
Ha! That sounds like a Sapphire joke. Yeah, totally called it. Love it, love it, love it.
I am ready.
You are ready. Right, just keep bopping this one on their head. Oh, she needs to use
I am ready.
her Empower as well, and we've suddenly got a pool of spells back again. In fact, I'm going to try and
At
blind
once.
these guys. Or do another Inspired Beacon. Minalette's missiles.
That's not very helpful.
That actually hit quite well. But these Goldpact Paladins have got shag loads of health. I'm just gonna have to just bop them on the head. It's not much, but bit by bit. Get my free food from Chariot Van tomorrow, so it's good. Saves food waste as well.
How
It
do you
does.
drown a
That's awesome.
hipster?
Oh?
Throw him in the mainstream.
I like that one. That's a good one. That's awesome. I'm gonna give myself space to walk around. Gets hit for fuck's sake. Cuphead. Yeah, that's bait. That's pure Cuphead. That's how I play Cuphead right there. No point in mobilizing them. They're staying in place. Bollock against the elements. Now let's do a necrotic lance. Nice solid bit of damage. She's getting beaten up. Let's try go for corrode damage against the paladin. I can't believe I put up that big arcane reflection and not a single spell has hit it. Josie, what's she got left? What's in her trick bag? What's this? Shining Beacon. Oh, take penalty defenses and burn damage over time. Yeah, freaking hell. Right there. Let's get some AoE pain on them. Krayven, keep punching her in the head. All the good stuff's up. So, are they still stunned? No, our paladin's stunned. That won't do. We'll have another Raise Torment. Oh, that hit for shitloads. Krayven's freaking MVPing these idiots down.
Good.
Palagina's back. She doesn't get to do anything this turn. She's still stunned for another turn. Edér, hit this one.
I'm on it.
Missing it again. Edér's been a bit useless. All right, Shining Beacon.
That hardly seems fair.
It hit the other two for like 52. There goes one paladin. The other one's almost down and hobbled as well. Bane is almost dead. Oh, she's actually doing something useful and cool. She actually did a cool spell.
How may I help?
At this point, what have you got left? Jolting Touch. Oh, we can't even select her. What the hell? What's going on there? Alright, fine. Can't pick that one. Why can't I target her? I can't actually target her. No, she's there. Alright,
I
fine.
shall deal with this one.
What on earth? A Shadowing Beyond and Escape. I can't even attack her. Oh, that's ridiculous. Alright, fine. Is it switch Grim? No, there's absolutely nothing worth doing. Can I prepare a spell? No, apparently not. That was really weird how that bugged out.
Blessings be upon you.
What the... Okay, I actually can't target... I actually can't...
I'll teach you a lesson.
What is going on? This better not have bugged out.
I am ready.
Yeah, every time I pick an ability, it can't even target her, and I right-click on there. Is that a bug? Or maybe it's her
Something
ability?
I can do.
Like Shadowing Beyond or Escape, she's basically untargetable for a turn. Ow.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's more like it. Right. Dead. Task up down to Bounty Baner. Return to Nungata. So that was 2 levels above me and on veteran difficulty. Not gonna lie, slightly proud. What do we get for our trouble? Some baby pearls. Small immature pearls are frequently recovered by Juana oyster divers. Whilst not as valuable as mature pearls, they are still used as currency throughout the Deadfire. Well, isn't that lovely? Ooh. Nomad's Brigandine. Heavy armor, superb quality. Base armor rating 12, pierce and corrode 8. Initiative plus 55. So it gets plus 3 armor rating for Superb. Battle Roma grants Lone Vanguard and With the Horde a minus 25 damage taken from disengagement attacks. What's the blurb? What's this Lone Vanguard? Chance to convert incoming hits to grazes while there are no allies nearby. That's good for solo tanking. And With the Horde grants bonus deflection when near allies. Alright, I'm becoming tired after midnight. Thanks so much for streaming. I enjoyed it. Wish you a good day. Good night, chat. Drake, it's been lovely to have you here. And, well, actually, we're pretty much going to wrap up fairly soon. But I will be back tomorrow, Mellow Out Monday, 7 PM UK time, continuing the blind playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. Got a few more companion quests to do and a few more places on the map to explore and take care of. And then it will be the final bit of DLC and then the end of the game over the next few weeks. Look forward to catching you, but regardless, whenever I see you again, have a fantastic rest of your weekend and week. Thank you so much for watching the show. This suit of armour is made in the fashion of the nomadic peoples of the far Ixamital plains. The dwarf character from the first game is from Ixamital. The horse archer who owned it likely wore it on numerous raids and overland migrations. Such a piece of armour is priceless to the people of the far plains and was likely as precious to the owner as his own horse. Small symbols have been etched into the lacquer lamellate. So this probably looks quite like sort of that ancient lacquer sort of Chinese samurai, or not samurai, the Chinese armour, or like actual samurai armour if you go as far as Japan. Into the lacquered lamellae or lamellae. Some marks appear to be names, while others seem to be protective runes or charms. Whether or not such wards proved effective for the nomad is impossible to determine, as is how such an exotic brigandine made its way all the way to the Deadfire. That's very cool. It's a huge initiative slowdown. That's possibly good for Palagina, actually, because she tends to off-tank on her own. Right, guys, I'm way here. Got 2 interviews to head to tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow. No worries. Best of luck, Sapphire. I'm sure you'll crush it. What else with Girdle of the Jotun Constitution? That's a sort of standard enchanted girdle. A superb mace and an exceptional round shield. We'll put the rest in a stash and deal with it later. And there's some... Oh! There's something over here as well. A few more bits and bobs off of there. Excellent. Can we actually camp here? Palmstone rollout plus dexterity. I'm just going to have just a quick little fresh fruit. If I could just take some fresh fruit. I can't be bothered looking at dexterity. Rest, so we can fully restore all our abilities and everything else. Well, guys, I'm going to rest here and save up. So if you just got like time for that. So where was it? It was Lighthouse we were in last time, wasn't it? I'd be asleep soon myself. Got my sleep issues, etc. Don't take offense. Oh, no worries. I've had a drop off during streams. Done that on top of that chat. Not at all. I take it as a compliment. I take it as a compliment. But we're actually going to wrap there, as that's 11:30. That is my usual standard finish time. We've just done a big bounty after a huge load of storyline and plot-based aspects and main story and companion quests and all that stuff. Folks,